If I was the president, the first thing I would do, I ain't gonna lie, I'm black and I'm proud, but I hate niggas though, I swear. I gotta find a way to put a restraint on some niggas, I swear to God. Cause like niggas be geeking, like a lot wrong with our country because of niggas. I swear to God, every other culture look out for themselves. Niggas be geeking. Like niggas are the reason why America is the way it is. And white people too. No bullshit though. But niggas be geeking though, for real. So I gotta do something about the niggas though. I gotta keep them in line. I gotta keep them in line for real. We gotta make some laws for niggas. No bullshit.
Strictly niggas.
Niggas. That's what they first. Niggas first, and then everybody else.
So you know what? Let me hit that.
Really?
I can handle it.
I am certain that you cannot.
Oh, come on, I smoked a ton of weed in the 90s.
Right, the 90s.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
harmonious bonds which make them capable of sharing in our nation's bounty and our common cause. The individual and the organized enemy are united, however unwillingly in the former's case, in their destruction of America's prosperity and spirit. We may only realize our just claim on a reborn America through the advancement of a virtuous and willful citizenry, capable once again of collectively bearing the torch of our founding fathers. As a nation, we have become a house divided against itself, lacking the fortitude to do more than make pleas to a callous internationalist state. And this state has now brought foreign aliens to our doorstep, making havoc in our streets. It was Abraham Lincoln who said all the armies of Europe, Asia, and Africa combined with all the treasure of the earth, our own excepted, in their military chest, with a Bonaparte for a commander, could not by force take a drink from the Ohio or make a track on the Blue Ridge in a trial of 1,000 years. At what point, then, is the approach of danger to be expected? I answer, if it ever reach us, it must spring up among us. It cannot come from abroad. If destruction be our lot, we must ourselves be its author and finisher. As a nation of free men, we must live through all time or die by suicide. So we stand for Columbia's virtues to a state and a world which cares only about how best to pillage her posterity and prosperity. We act in her name, standing in defense of her children, opposing those alien to her, which seek only their own enrichment at her cost. We stand united as a disciplined band of capable men, illustrating that Columbia's sons, America's just inhabitants, still retain the will and the capability to organize for her preservation. We are inheritors of our father's mantle, benefactors of the revolutionary spirit, and here we stand.
Oh, my apologies. We're back. We are back. Welcome to the show. No, this was not live. This was recorded somewhere in Ohio. I don't know exactly where. I'm assuming Springfield. But why are we talking about Springfield, Ohio today? That is a great question. Like, since when do I talk about Ohio stuff, right? Because Ohio doesn't usually make the news unless like a train gets derailed or something.
Springfield, Ohio, and Brian Heck is the city manager, and they both join me now. Good morning to you both. Mayor Rue, tell us what's going on in Springfield.
Well, what we've seen is just such a quick increase of our population over the last 5 years. You know, like you said, up to 15 to 20,000 immigrants have come across and into our community. This has overwhelmed our safety services and caused great concern for our community.
Brian, you're the city manager. Tell us more and how this influx is impacting the city.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you for having us on this morning. You know, when we see a 25% increase over a 3-year period, we're a community, we do not have the capacity to sustain that. And it's taxing our infrastructure. It's taxing public safety. It's taxing our schools. It's taxing healthcare. And as J.D. Vance spoke on, it's taxing our housing. We had a housing shortage well before this immigration crisis that's impacted our community. And this has just made it 100 times worse. And so it's setting communities like Springfield up to fail. And we do not have the capacity to sustain it. And without additional federal assistance or support, again, communities like Springfield will fail.
So Springfield, Ohio is being flooded with Haitian migrants, and they might be worse than the Venezuelans. I don't know who's worse. I think it's a competition at this point. But there was a town hall meeting recently, and I'm getting a lot of online posting, and it's looking pretty dark. So this is from a Facebook community. upset about the online posting. We allow some Haitian posts to allow for friendly debate and have legitimate questions answered. But some of you are just plain disgusting, racist, and hateful. We don't allow it. We are going through all posts and comments and removing those who are being truthfully hateful. Please be patient while we try our best. Edit. If you have a problem with this, leave. If you leave a comment having an issue with this, you're being banned. You must accept the Haitians into your community. You have to have them. Otherwise, you're bad people. The majority of Haitians who come here do so legally and try to get into the system to make a living. We really didn't choose to come here. It's mostly the consequences and bad decisions of our governments and yours that often decide for us, for our country. Reading your comments, I feel even more threatened by living here than by the armed gangs that control my country. But you're right, we don't belong here. I don't know what that means. I'm going to use to tell the Haitians, be it by word of mouth, that you won't tolerate them. I mean, you hate them. I'm sorry to see your reflections on Haitians who are simply looking for a better life and to return to their country. I once heard that racism is a part of the DNA of the United States of America. That's exactly what I'm experiencing with you. In any case, I won't be here for long. Look at that, y'all. Bullying works. Bullying works, okay? We got Lizzo on the treadmill, and we got Haitians quitting America. God damn it, bullying fucking works. All right, come back, come get some of this bullying, nigga.
Get it again. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I come in the name of Jesus. Repeat it after me, bitch. I come in the name of Jesus by the power of the Holy Spirit.
That's what's up. You bring these brown motherfuckers in here, all these foreign black motherfuckers. We got to remember the spirit of bullying. Bullying works, okay? Bullying gets results. Bullying lowers the tax rate. Most of us have had family members in wars fighting for our country, some of them not coming home, and you guys want to come over and be disrespectful and take everything that's not yours. You establish nothing here. Our families have, our ancestors have, and yes, we all come from somewhere else at one time, but none of us were ever disrespectful and taking and breaking laws, just being disrespectful like your people are. Very well said, Lisa. Look how much has changed after they got here. Still freaking coming out, but of course they get everything handed to them on a silver freaking platter. Whew. Woo! It's getting some heat. I know people that have gotten cut off of their food stamps and are getting ready to lose their medical. I know parents can't get no help with food stamps or medical, or they can't even receive Social Security for their autistic children and have to rely on what they make to pay doctor's bills. They come over here and get money, housing, healthcare, and of course, food stamps. Then you got these dumb landlords that raise the rent so we can't afford it on what we make, but they're letting them live like 6 to 8 or more to a 2-bedroom apartment or house. And yes, I do know this to be a fact, but they do have to show 3 months of paycheck stubs, background checks, and references. No, sure they don't. No, they sure don't. They cause accidents, and they are always partying on South Limestone Street, drinking and smoking weed, cigarettes, and some people can't afford that who work every day. Make them volunteer to pay to get their driver's license and don't drive until they pass the damn test and have freaking insurance. I watched that terrible bus accident, and to hear them children crying out for their mom and dad was heartbreaking. But there was one that didn't get that chance because the Haitian decided that he couldn't do the damn speed limit without no driver's license and no insurance, that he took a little boy's future away from him, that he took him from his parents. How much time did he get? He damn sure didn't get life. What they should have done was send his non-responsible, don't give a shit attitude back to his own country. Ooh, these white folks are getting upset. It's hard to read all this stuff. God damn, my mouth getting dry. Somebody buy me a drink. I need a beer reading this shit. It's not racism to be protective of our hard-earned resources and our rights as actual citizens. If someone opens your door without your permission and shoved a bunch of people inside your home to use all your things and take up all your space, you'd not be okay with that. You would especially not be okay with it if your forced house guests refused to learn to communicate with you or didn't even bother to try to follow your house rules. It's not racism. We are invaded, trespassed, stolen from, forced to give the earnings of our work and the benefits of our freedom fighters' sacrifices to people who didn't earn it yet expect it. Might be able to be blamed on our government that the refugees are here in the first place, but the fact is that the great majority are not decent enough to show any gratitude or realize that they cannot and should not desire to come here and turn our country into theirs. They are the house guests, even if we didn't request them, and they should respect the host enough to at least follow the laws and cultural norms. Honestly, there's so much here. I don't even want to try to read it all. There's so much going on. I can't read it all. Oh, fuck. It's getting crazy out here. Let me take you to this one.
So here's one Facebook post from a local who actually is engaging with these people on a daily basis. Not to sound like a
hit that like button for me, y'all.
This city is overran with Haitians now. You can't go to any laundromat because it's so packed full of Haitians that you can't even get in the parking lot.
You know, I want to say this too. This is non sequitur. I was over on Fatty's earlier today. They were responding to all the so-called hate they got for the transgender thing, and Fatty and I had a relatively productive conversation. It wasn't ratchet because I didn't come at him real crazy or nothing like that. So we talked, but Fatty said something to me. Fatty said I talk like the white supremacist. I got a little giddy. I said, that nigga sees me. Fatty said I talk like a white supremacist.
This makes Jim Crow look like Jim Eagle.
Let alone go in the building and find a washer. Go to Walmart and there's 10 of them waiting in line to send or receive money. Welfare just giving them free everything. They somehow get a license to drive, but they're so dangerous on the road driving in wrong lanes and pulling right out in front of people. No use of turn signals, nothing. They have taken over DoorDash, and I don't feel safe when my DoorDasher is Haitian and he delivers my food and then stands there silently, staring at me for 20 minutes and not saying anything. They go through the dumpsters looking for people's info to steal debit credit card info, etc. Why are we allowing so many over here? Why is welfare giving them benefits? Why are we not helping the American citizens first? This is just ridiculous. There are now going to be mothers and children and veterans living on the streets because y'all decided to let them in and give them free handouts. They can't not even speak English, and yet they receive everything absolutely free. I'm so fed up with it. You know, it's telling that she has to preface this with...
Thank you, cute white girl, because I got tired of reading all those words. It was getting difficult. My mouth is dry. I need a beer. I couldn't do it. Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate all your well wishes. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there.
Oh, please don't come for me. I don't want to be I'm not a horrible person.
They all have to do this. So yeah, a few more. Here's someone responding. She says, yep, I get it completely. I'm usually very accepting and tolerant, but it's become so dangerous. I work nights and have to park on street. Live in decent part of city. My car is maybe 10 steps from my front door. At least once every other week, I'm stopped before getting to my car and asked for money or a ride.
Jeez.
You got to start shooting these niggas, man. You got to start shooting these niggas. This is why people don't really ask me for money like that, because I look like I might shoot you. I'm just saying, if you do it, they won't keep doing it. It only takes one or two and they'll stop. I promise. I know this to be true.
And that's okay. But I'm alone. It's at night. They've run me out of nowhere, yelled, cussed, blocked me from getting in car, banged on my windows, stood in front and blocked me from leaving. They won't take no for an answer. One even demanded to know where I work so she can call my boss to see how much money I made. I told her I didn't have any money.
Jesus.
Cops can't do anything because I can't identify them. It's always something different. It's just so unreal. I've noticed the housing market is horrific here, way worse than surrounding areas I've been to, too. Now, here's another white girl.
Well, yeah, because the police can't identify them because Even the police, they can't tell a Haitian apart from another Haitian. I mean, they're just.
Hey, listen, you probably can't tell them apart. Well, you probably could tell them apart from the local blacks. But here's the thing. If one of you Haitians wind up hanging from a tree, I feel nothing. If one of you Haitians wind up hanging from a tree in the woods in Ohio, I feel nothing. I just want to put that out there now.
Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
Coal black Haitians. How do you describe them other than they're just black?
Coming banging on their windows at night.
I know.
Okay, that was a little racist. How do you describe them other than they're just black? But she's like really cute in a sophisticated like wasp kind of way. So I'll allow it. I'm good with her little bit of racism. It was like cute, upper class defined wasp racism.
Describe them other than they're just black.
Coming banging on their windows at night when she's 10 steps from her door. So here's
the wasp shall rise again. The angry wasp shall rise again.
Says, I tried to apply for SNAP for me and my 2 daughters. I work a full-time job making what I thought was enough to provide for my kids, but I struggle paying for bills because everything is so high. They denied my application because I made over $2,600 a month gross. $2,600 a month gross.
Bullshit. You can't live on that.
So what I'm here.
Wow, $2,600 a month is like nothing. What's that? Let's see, $1,300 every 2 weeks, which would be roughly $750 a week. Ooh. Ooh. Should have been a Haitian, bitch. That's your problem. That's your problem. Your dumbass wasn't born Haitian.
Hearing is I need to choose between buying food for my kids and paying bills. I don't even barely eat anymore because I want them to eat. Heard all the Haitians get over $3,000 or more a month from the government, but I have a job with 2 kids and trying to get any type of help and get shit on.
Honestly, this shit makes me, this makes my blood boil, dude. This makes me sick to my fucking stomach.
I've heard so many times since we've been here.
Now, I actually have a lot of these Springfield County meetings here. I want to show you some of this here because this is some shit right here, man.
Ms. Daniels, when you say they, who are you speaking about?
What do you mean, they?
When you're saying they, who are you speaking about?
Did you just come into this?
Hey,
please don't. No, I'll address the issue. All right. Here's what the feeling is, and then I'll go back to they. There are people who are here that are not native Springfielders.
Eagles.
Exactly. And when Crystal, you asked me they, really, do you really want to ask that question?
I would love to ask that question.
There you go, baby.
Okay,
fucking Haitians. Say it. There you go. Tell them, Grandma.
I would love to ask that question.
Right?
Okay, because I would like to have
and
clarity.
I don't have, you know what? They're a protected class. I get it. I truly get it. Because of what has happened in Haiti. I get it. But 4,000 and raising the Haitian flag? Really? Seriously? And I'm going to tell you, the rumor going around, folks, is more coming, and they're not coming. They'll let,
Ms. Daniels.
How are you going to stop them? What are you going to do? You're going to lay down in the road? You're going to protest? You're going to write an angry letter to your local assemblywoman? What are you going to do?
Can only do so much, but look, these guys can only do so much, but they are our voices to the state capital of Columbus. We're tired of the immigrants. Let's do something about it. You're our voices. You guys get paid for that. Get on the phone every day. Talk to the governor. Talk to the districts. And get something done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, these guys can only do so much, but...
What are you going to do?
It'll come right up. It'll tell you everything that happened.
I just want to know. What's your plan to get rid of all the Haitians?
It'll come right up. It'll tell you everything that happened in May, how they honored the Haitian flag for their community service and things they brought to the community. That's one of my questions. what has the Haitian people done for our community if they're not paying taxes? So how have they contributed to our community? It'll come right up. It'll tell you everything that happened in May, how they honored the Haitian flag for their community service and things they brought to the community. That's one of my questions. What has the Haitian people done for our community if they're not paying taxes? So how have they contributed to our community?
What are you gonna do, lady?
State ID or a
Oh, she's cute. She's kind of got that Tulsi Gabbard hot milfy thing going on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What are you gonna do, Tulsi? What are you gonna do?
These people, call them what you will, visitors of our community for a year, illegals. They do not have the right to vote. And when we give a state ID or a driver's license, they now have the ability to vote.
Ooh, Georgia says there are Haitians settled in my town. They look very rough, like runaway slaves when I see them wandering around. Hey, has the local animal population dwindled off? Because people are reporting their animals are missing. One lady, I read her post. She said her daughter's cat went missing one day. Just inexplicable. Cat never did that before. And then no one found it, post flyers, it never turned up anywhere. And then she said she saw it hanging from the neighbor's house, like a carcass that they had hunted and killed, and now they were drying it out to cure it for later or whatever. The local wildlife and pet population is in direct danger. I think we've imported, of all the immigrant populations from around the world that make it to America, I think the Haitians are the hungriest and the most diabolical when it comes to feeding themselves, right? Sooner or later, there will be cannibalism. Sooner or later, some little kid's going to get cooked and eaten. And not even for magic or nothing, but because a nigga was legit hungry.
Driver's license, they now have the ability to vote. We know there's fraudulent things that happen. And how are you going to safeguard that? These people, call them what you will, visitors of our community.
My question coming here today was how, everybody's got this information that we are a sanctuary city. It was put on a article shared on social media. That's where I saw it at. Not a Facebook post. It was an actual article that I read. I was just wondering how we became a sanctuary city. And if we're not, how do we keep from becoming one? Also, what exactly is our city receiving for bringing these people here while being labeled a sanctuary city? My question coming here today was how, everybody's got this information that we are a sanctuary city.
You are a sanctuary city. Now give the Haitians sanctuary. You have to make it safe for them.
The current census for the illegal immigrants does not currently reflect the actual number in our county. I can take you to the local Walmart, which has been mentioned, and we can count more than what's listed in the census. Hence, they're illegal. Hence, they're non-documented. The current census for the illegal immigrants does not currently reflect the actual number in our county.
I want to give a shout out to Free Zone Lou with the 20 ball. I think this was for my showing earlier today on Fatty's panel. It started out a little bit rocky. I will say I didn't really hit my stride until toward the end of the show. And I basically got them all to fight each other. And then I just dropped the mic and I went home and started my own live stream. Like literally that's what happened. And it was great. It was great. And shout out to Free Zone for supporting the show. Thank you for being there. Free Zone was on the panel too, man. We had to hold it down for the gulag, bro. We don't go to other people's houses and take a lot of L's, bro. That's just not how the gulag rolls, man. Shout out to Free Zone. Smash that like button for me, y'all. Smash that Cash App button while you at it.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
shout out to my man Ian the Dragon. He says, why don't they ever try this in Redneckville with the $5 Cash App? I mean, I hear you, Ian. But so far, I mean, Ohio sounds almost Redneckville. I don't know what part of Ohio. I don't know if Springfield, Ohio is Redneckville. But all I'm saying is everybody talks really, really, really tough, but not one of these buses have been burned down or blown up or nothing. Ain't nothing started. Nothing's on fire yet. I don't believe nobody until something catches fire. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my man with the $5 Cash App, though.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
I can take you to the local Walmart, which has been mentioned, and we can count more than what's listed in the census. Hence, they're illegal. Hence, they're non-documented. The current census for the illegal immigrants does not currently reflect the actual. Again, there was 3 illegal immigrants in car accidents just in our county this week. That's just what's listed on Facebook. Not even me getting on the county website, and I could go through. I got people that are really good at that kind of job because they're like checking on X's or whatever. They can go through and find any information on that county website. So that was just this week, right? 3 in a week. That's a high percentage. Again, there was 3 illegal immigrants in car accidents just in our county this week. That's just what's listed on Facebook. Not even me getting on the county website, and I could go through. I got people that are really good at that kind of job because they're like checking on X's or whatever. They can go through and find any information on that county website. So that was just this week, right? 3 in a week. That's a high percentage. Again, there was 3 illegal immigrants in car.
A second thing you said is we should tell the landlords who they can rent to. I don't think the landlords of this community would take kindly to the city of Springfield saying you can rent to her but not to him.
That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying you're twisting what I'm saying to in a way that I think it's unfair to the Haitians to have to pay what they're paying. I think it's unfair to the other renters to have to get the increase. It's not. I'm not saying it's a problem because I'm saying it's unfair to them as well. But I want to know how do they go to Martha's Vineyard and then get pushed away?
Well, I don't know what goes on at Martha's Vineyard.
Hey, ATL, and thanks for asking. I'm doing quite well. Thank you. And I think the gulag has been vindicated as well today. You know, shout out to Fatty, by the way. Shout out to Fatty. Fatty's a good sport. We can take some little friendly jabs at one another, but none of this was like below the belt or personal. Now we had a great show today, and I will have to take this. I will have to take yesterday's stream down completely off YouTube because it went too far. I left it up a little bit longer because I once I knew Fatty was going to review it, I said I'm not going to take it down yet. I want to have the full showing because I knew I was going to join the panel at some point too. But I'm going to have to delete that stream really, really quickly.
But I've never been there. A second thing you said is
6 months ago. You have to speak English. The problem is as a city commission, can't we put an ordinance on to a state? You can't do anything as far as
what you wanted to say.
So like they said, I mean, it's not that easy to get a driver's license. It truly isn't. I sat there, watched my daughter get one 6 months ago. You have to speak English. If you go in and don't speak English, they don't talk to you. The problem is as a city commission, can't we put an ordinance on to a state? You can't do anything as far as
what you wanted to say.
So like they said, I mean, it's not that easy to get a driver's license. It truly isn't. I sat there, watched my
Good, because you've got a problem. I will deal with them while they're here, but we're not taking any more. We're not taking people who are kicking out people out of their houses, that are driving erratically around town. Good, because you've got a problem. I will deal with them while they're here. But we're not taking any more. We're not taking people who are kicking out people out of their houses, that are driving erratically around town.
Oh wow.
Daughter
What's going on there? Let me see something. Let's go back to this now.
The words, an emergency, an emergency, an emergency. Your citizens got one for you. Okay? We're going to throw an emergency right back to you. You have to know by now how angry this city is becoming because of this refugee problem. They take a dump wherever they want. You cannot go to a city park or you're stepping in it. You cannot buy produce at our grocery stores because they're taking handfuls out of it. I saw one gentleman hold an armload of things, so he didn't have a free hand, took a bag of grapes, dug his face in, took a big bite, put it back on the shelf. This is non-stop. Every time we go to the grocery, every single person I know, I don't think you understand how angry this city is. And I know you have to know an angry city is not going to sit still very long. You don't know what's coming. These people are angry out here and it's going to get ugly. So what we're getting when we come up here, I've watched it. What I'm seeing people get from you is you look really concerned at the moment. And then their 3 minutes are over and you say, your time's up. Thank you. Next. And that's all we hear out of you. What are you doing to fix our complaints? I understand the fair housing stuff and the safe housing, and that's wonderful, and I get that. But what about our other complaints? Our kids can't play on the park. We can't take a walk and be safe. They're moving into our neighborhoods, and you don't want to know how rude and disgusting it's getting out there. It's nasty out there. We're not safe. I'm getting pickpocketed, run off the road. It's ugly, and it doesn't feel like anybody's doing a damn thing about it. So we want to know, you can have the rest of my time and tell us, what are you doing to address all of our complaints instead of just thanking us and sending us on our way? What's being done about our complaints?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be able to answer your question the way you wanted answered. I know that you're heard when we look into this. It's very difficult. We actually constantly talk with our police force, see what is being done, what crimes, if any, are being committed. We're not ignoring it. We can't walk through Kroger's. I mean, I walk through Kroger's and Myers and other places. I've not seen what you see, but it's not that I'm not looking for it either, okay? And I'm not disputing the concerns that you have, okay? I'm just saying this is a time for you to be heard, and that's what we want to have here.
But what's going to be done? We're not safe out there, and everybody's getting angry, and you know what that's going to be.
I just don't know if we can address your concern the way you want it addressed.
But none of it's getting addressed.
I don't know if that's true either. So, I mean, I'm not calling you. I may, like I said, you can speak all you want, and I'm not going to totally disagree with you. But I don't know if I agree completely with you, but that doesn't really matter. This is your time. Okay?
And that's all it is. We're wasting our breath up here.
Well, I mean, I don't think so, but that's okay if you do.
Can you believe the audacity of that scum trying to say, well, okay, you can say it. It doesn't mean it's true.
Yeah, you could just, get this out of your system here. We're going to sit here and listen and we'll nod and then we'll continue with business as usual.
I mean, my blood is absolutely boiling.
These people have no recourse. I mean, they have no recourse.
You know what? She better be careful though, because, using these words, using that kind of language, like, a city that's angry doesn't sit still. I don't want to put any ideas in it.
Hey, listen, sooner or later, something's going to happen. Somebody got to give. Somebody's daughter is going to get hurt. Somebody's beloved family pet is going to get barbecued. Something is going to happen. This is wild. It's not going to go down easy.
anyone's head, but there's going to be a time when they're going to say, "Oh, what is this? Is this an incitement of violence?
Well, right.
Is
Well,
this talk of
that's it.
terrorism?"
That's it.
It's going to be like Europe. They're going to be coming after the people speaking out about these crimes rather than the criminals. You know how I always say that, the Jews' goal is to make white America like Gaza, where if they could their way, they would just shoot rockets into all our towns. Well, they can't shoot rockets, so they're literally shooting these human bombs.
Human bombs.
Human bombs.
Ooh, the migrant missile. That's what I called it. Migrant missiles. Very effective, though. Quite effective, honestly. Just as deadly.
Human bombs. That's a good way of putting it. They tried to impeach Alejandro Mayorkas. The impeachment failed. He was very arrogant about it. This Jew knows what he's doing. He is waging racial.
Ooh, wow, that got spicy. That got spicy. I think these are a Rumble. I think this is one of those Rumble podcasts. They probably don't do this on YouTube. They probably don't talk like this on YouTube. I feel like I have to disavow them for the sake of YouTube. Those were terrible people. Those were bad people, YouTube, all right? Shame on those bad white people. Look how they talk, YouTube. Oh my God. Did you hear that? I'm shocked and appalled. I swear to God, I am shocked and appalled. I couldn't believe the language. My Lord, the language. The language. Warning to all about our beloved pets and those around us. My neighbors informed me that her daughter's friend had lost her cat. She checked pages, kennels, asked around, etc. One day she came home from work. As soon as she stepped out of her car, looked toward a neighbor's house where Haitians live, and she saw her cat hanging from a branch, like you do a deer for butchering. And they were carving it up to eat. I've been told they are doing this to dogs. They've been doing it at Snyder Park with the ducks and geese, as I was told that last bit by rangers and police. Please keep a close eye on these animals. There are places. There are places I like. Sometimes when I'm in a city, I'm in Staten Island. There are parts of Staten Island where wild turkeys just walk the street. Actual, I shit you not, wild turkeys, like a Thanksgiving turkey. Wild turkeys just walk the street. And they're actually large birds too. So if you gotta walk somewhere and there's a whole crowd of turkeys there, it's a little bit intimidating, right? There's a bunch of big birds with claws and shit. And there's geese. The geese are scary. The geese don't really let you walk up on them. The turkeys don't give a fuck. Turkeys know you get this close to me, I can probably hurt you more than you hurt me, right? But there are animals out there that are just the people are cool. They don't bother the animals. The animals don't bother the people. And they're like New Yorkers. They just live here. You know what I mean? We can't let the Haitians move to Staten Island. We can't. We absolutely can't. You said geese are dicks. Geese will move out of the way for you. If there's a pack of geese ahead of you and you're walking down the street, like the sidewalk or whatever, the geese will pretty much move because they don't really want to get that close to you. The turkeys, though, be like, "What's up?" Like walking through a pack of turkeys. I swear to God, one of those motherfuckers was like, "Hey, vato." That shit is wild, bro. They do not give a fuck. They will stand there. Wild turkeys don't fucking care, bro. That's kind of what makes me a little bit nervous because I'm like, oh, they're not afraid of me. They're a little too confident. It's not the kind of wildlife I like. I like my wildlife to be timid and run away when I come. There, he said I battled a whole flock of geese unprovoked. They're dinosaurs. I don't know. I never had a problem with the geese. The geese don't really fuck with me. But I keep my distance, though. I do keep my distance. But them fucking turkeys, bro. Turkeys are fucking gangsters, man. They just sit there. Say, Holmes. What you doing here, Holmes? The turkeys are fucking nuts, bro. The turkeys are fucking tough. And all I'm saying is I think the Haitians will eat every last one of them. Them turkeys are only gangster until the Haitians come to Staten Island. It's over. It's fucking over if you let the Haitians move in.
Springfield, Ohio is facing a significant housing crisis as thousands of Haitian migrants have arrived on their doorstep because of the federal government. The Haitian migrant population in the city has skyrocketed to an estimated 50 to 20,000. That is about 1/3 of the city's entire population. Senator J.D. Vance brought this to light during a hearing with Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell.
What role do you see illegal immigration playing in driving up housing costs, which of course is a main driver of inflation for American citizens?
My sense is that in the long run, immigration is kind of neutral on inflation. In the short run, it may actually have helped.
In my conversations with folks in Springfield, it's not just housing. There are a whole host of ways in which this immigration problem, I think, is having very real human consequences.
Rob Rue is the mayor of Springfield, Ohio, and Brian Heck is the city manager, and they both join me now. Good morning to you both. Mayor Rue, tell us what's going on in Springfield.
Well, what we've seen is just such a quick increase of our population over the last 5 years. You know, like you said, up to 15 to 20,000 immigrants have come across and into our community. This has overwhelmed our safety services and caused great concern for our community.
Brian, you're the city manager. Tell us more and how this influx is impacting the city.
Yeah, certainly. Thank you for having us on this morning. You know, when we see a 25% increase over a 3-year period, we're a community, we do not have the capacity to sustain that. And it's taxing our infrastructure. It's taxing public safety. It's taxing our schools. It's taxing healthcare. And as J.D. Vance spoke on, it's taxing our housing. We had a housing shortage well before this immigration crisis. That's
You guys remember a couple of months ago where the Border Patrol got in trouble because they were allegedly whooping on the Haitians? Like they had actual whips on horseback. It was like Bonanza, like just whipping the motherfuckers, right? That was the allegation, though. That was the allegation. I don't think they were wrong. Even if they actually had whipped the Haitian, I think we should forgive that. They were acting in defense of America, goddammit. If you want to be the best country in the world, I mean, you might have to whip a couple of people at the border. I mean, you want me to shoot them? I would also be okay with that, by the way. Poland has authorized live fire at their borders because these fucking migrants just won't stop coming. And I think it's the responsible thing to do. Because you're only going to injure your army. You're going to suffer attrition on your own manpower because you're not actually fighting. You know what I mean? You're trying to use peaceful, non-lethal methods, right? Meanwhile, these people are forming spears and battle lines and flanks and phalanx and shit. And you guys are trying to be like non-threatening. No, just go full Rambo on the Texas border, right? You see how Rambo defended his ranch? That's how Poland is defending their borders now, right? And it's fucked up because, Rambo is actually in America. We should be doing what Rambo did on his Texas ranch. But that would look too much like racism or something. I don't know. We're not doing any of the cool things we should be doing to defend our country. And you know what? Honestly, I was going to make this a really short show. But as it turns out, someone just called an audible on me. And I got a little bit more time to kill. So we're going to keep this motherfucker going. I guess we're going to freestyle the next half of this show. Let me see. I got a bunch of stuff in here. What else can we talk about? because this Haitian thing is wild. Actually, you know what? I do have something I can show you really quickly here. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of interesting things happening lately. Your boy Tyrese apparently had a struggle session. I don't think it's as gay as it sounded. I know what's going on. You people have filthy minds. That's not what I meant when I said struggle session. But then again, I don't know. Did he actually talk with Roland Martin? If you have a struggle session with Roland Martin, is it a little bit moist by default? Questions. So many questions. Anyway.
I went to a fundraiser yesterday.
That's rich people talk for struggle session. Tyrese was at a struggle session. You guys want to have a panna? I don't know if I want to have a panna. I'm a little panned out right now. A little bit panned out. Oh, yeah, I remember Roland Martin and Tyrese. They were talking about the Asian hate crime thing. Okay, I remember that little spat. Okay, all right. Let's jump to Gay Roro first. Let's jump to Roro first, and then we'll jump back to Tyrese.
All right, y'all. Let me make this video real quick, okay? Like, real quick. Tyrese, you do not know what you're talking about. That video where you're talking about an anti-Asian crime bill, that is a lie. Please, learn to fact check before you start talking. I have debunked this nonsense numerous times on Roland Martin Unfiltered. That is a lie. I literally have walked through the bill on my show. In the summary, it talks about the attacks on Asian Americans. It is called the COVID-19. It specifically mentions COVID-19. If you actually read the bill, which I've done on the air multiple times, it does not only apply to Asian Americans. It applies to everybody. It also, all it did was also create one job that compiled data. And so again, Tyrese, you're wrong. You are 100% wrong. And so please, all of you entertainers, when y'all jump out here and make videos and people run with it, I need you to do some verification, do some fact checking before you do that. Okay? So you're wrong. It is not. People called it the Asian hate crime bill because of the attacks. And if you're also going to run your mouths out here and go, there's never been a bill for African Americans, that's a lie. There have been 3 hate crimes bills specific to African Americans. The first one, you were dealing with the Civil Rights Act in 64. Okay. Then you also had the hate crimes bill that dealt with black churches were being burned. I also broke that down on Roland Martin Unfiltered. And then, of course, you had the lynching bill that was also signed. Okay. And don't forget, you also have the Matthew Shepard, James Byrd Act that dealt with hate crimes. Yeah, James Byrd, the black man who was dragged to death in Jasper, Texas. I went there. I broadcast from there. I walked down the street when he was murdered. And so please, all you blogs that keep posting this stuff, Tyrese says he's wrong. He's wrong. Okay? I walked this stuff through on my show. Bill by bill, fact by fact. Got it? Please
Good.
Call somebody before you start spewing stuff that you know nothing about.
Shut your black ass up, Tyrese. Right? You shut your nigga ass up, Tyrese. You black nigga, you shut up. Oh, my bad.
All right, y'all.
My bad. Hold on. I did not even click the thing for y'all. Hold on.
A fundraiser yesterday with one of my favorite people, and Mayor Kasim Reed, and my brother.
Damn, you said Roland Martin is Haitian? That's crazy. Roland gonna go to Ohio and start a civil rights rally for the niggas.
The host with the most, Kenny Burns. And as I sat there, I too carried that same level of frustration.
And shout out
just
to Deacon.
continuing to wit.
Shout out to my man Deacon Dave with the $5 Cash App. Thank y'all for coming through, supporting the show. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Hold up. My bad. Yeah. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. We are just getting into it. It's going to be a lot longer than I had planned. It looks like we're going to at least go till about 5. We'll push the show to maybe 6 o'clock. Well, yeah, we'll go until about 6 o'clock, I guess, because I did have something to do, but now it looks like I don't have to do that until a little bit later. So we're going to be rocking out for a couple of hours. We're basically going to be freestyling, honestly, because the Haitian thing, it wasn't, I didn't have enough to do a 3-hour show on the Haitians. So we're just going to rock out. Shout out to my man, Deacon Dave. Hit that like button for me, y'all. Support the show.
I need that money.
And shout out to Georgia Swan with the $10 Cash App. Thanks for the show. Thank you, Georgia. I appreciate your support. Appreciate the donation. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And also like, share, and subscribe. And be like Georgia, y'all. Smash the Cash App button while you're here.
Hulk! Smash! Smash you! You make Hulk angry. You not like Hulk angry. Hulk no like fighting girls.
Witness the disrespect from black men specifically towards Kamala Harris.
Nigga, I know you ain't about to start. I hate when bald-headed niggas be caping.
Soon to be president. The disrespect. And what does that mean? It's not disrespectful to not agree with someone politically. It's not disrespectful to have your own preference, whether you're a Republican, whether you're independent, or you are a Democrat. It's not disrespectful to not be interested in Kamala Harris. That's gaslighting. It's disrespectful to say that this black woman has a BBL and then she goes viral from that. It's disrespectful to be.
Who the fuck said Kamala got a BBL? Nigga, what are you even talking about? Nobody thinks Kamala has a BBL. Why would that's not even funny. That shit doesn't even have a punchline. That's not even good comedy. Who said Kamala got a BBL? Can't stand you niggas, I tell you, man.
Be okay with calling her purposely Kamala, and then making a mockery of it.
I think Tyrese got the phone call. Well, it wasn't even a phone call. He said it. He was at a fundraiser, right? It was a struggle session. He was at a struggle session. They held him down and they yelled at him until he gave up his questioning ways. Now he's like, you know what? God damn it. I love that Kamala girl. And you a stupid, filthy nigga if you don't love Kamala too. He got the phone call, y'all. That's all that means. He got the phone call.
Official scratch offs right on your phone. That's right. Real to you.
As if you would be okay with somebody disrespecting you. and calling your mama out her name, or calling you out of your name.
Wow, did you catch that? Did you catch that? Every black woman is your mama. All of them. Her last one. They all your mama.
If you would be okay with somebody disrespecting you and calling your mama out her name, or calling you out of your name, calling your daughter out of her name. Now, some of y'all done gave y'all daughter some weird ass names. My daughter's names are regular. And there's still people that mispronounce my daughter's name.
I hate when I don't know when this trend really started. I imagine it was somewhere in the mid 80s. But black folk, we I get, and I think this too was a sign of like social rebellion. We just started making up odd sounding names. And some of the names are ironic as fuck too. Like I had a cousin who she had a bunch of kids, but she also had like foster kids too, right? So she would have different kids in her house from time to time over the years, right? And one little boy, I had to ask several times because I was little too at the time, so it was weird. It was weird for me. But one little boy, his name, not that they called him that. I mean, his name, his actual name, his given name on official legal documents, right? His name was Test Fire. I don't know that most people have ever had the pleasure of meeting a person who's like legitimately their given name is Test Fire. I had to ask like 4 or 5 times, like, that's really your name? And then I go ask my cousin who's like the mom of the situation because she's foster mom, right? Like, that's really his name? His name is Test Fire. Yeah, yeah. And then there's, the Daquans and the the Shatrondas and the Daquanalinkas and the Wakishas and whatnot. There's all those other names. Like, black folk had a weird relationship with names and shit, bro.
Shayla and Soraya. Soraya? No, it's not. It's not Soraya. It's Soraya. Soroya. No, Soraya. Now,
And then too, I think when you go out of your way to be socially rebellious by creating a rebellious name, like you come from America, which is mostly American Christian Western culture, right? You're trying to find names specifically that are as far outside of that culture as you can find, right? And then you get upset when people who are in this culture can't really match your weird little cultural token that you choose to name your child. Like, that shit is so fucking arrogant. I hate niggas for that shit.
I want to clarify something because y'all are so fucking goofy. I'm a straight shooter. Y'all know this already. Did y'all really twist my words about the Asian crime bill? I seen your video, Roland Martin. Don't come at me, Roland. Call attorney Benjamin Crump. He's the one who made me aware of it. He's the one who's made me aware of the George Floyd bill that he's been trying to get put in place on behalf of protecting us. Don't attack me, dude. Who the fuck is you? And you don't want to be.
Y'all go ham in the chat. Lexington still says his name is Denim. Now I feel like we just spoke that into existence, bro. There's a little nigga out there named Denim. Probably a little mixed kid too. White mom, black dad.
be attacked. So go easy with your attacks. Roland, I do this thing differently, bruh. Roland, you okay? Let's get back to the point. Because you got folks out here trying to purposely get you to lose your focus. I'll say it again. I feel a way about the fact that a crime bill on behalf of protecting the Asian community was signed as soon as they got in the White House. That does not mean I'm voting Trump, goofy ass motherfuckers. I can't stand that orange fucking Cheeto puff. Can't stand them. I'm not voting for no Trump. Not even remotely am I voting for Trump.
I hear you, bro. I hear you, Tyrese. He said, under no circumstance am I voting for. Under no circumstance, right? I feel you, Tyrese.
Let me just say this to my straight brothers. Look, you don't want to be no alpha male.
Those free thinkers, after this election, Black America will never be the same. Those free thinkers in Black America have found out that there's a lot of Black people who are against free thoughts. We will never be the same. Those Black people who have always been no justice, no peace. Those Black people who have always been against mass incarceration and police brutality and all of that, we will never be the same because we have discovered that there are Black people who will vote for that crap. We will never be the same. We will never be the same because we are watching our communities being taken over by people who are not from this country, and they are getting houses and cars and food, and we will never be the same considering what we've been dealing with in those very same neighborhoods all this time. We will never be the same.
Listen to the bonnet. The wisdom of the bonnet is boundless. There's deep, deep, dark wisdom in the bonnet.
We will never be the same as we watch our government put people on pedestals that just walk into this country and give them sanctuary cities where they can not only commit crimes, but get out the next day.
The bonnet is not just medical, it's spiritual.
We will never be the same. We will never be the same because we have watched Black people turn against other Black people simply because they wouldn't vote for the people they wanted them to vote for.
This bonnet is my oracle. This bonnet is my Delphi. This bonnet knows the secrets of the universe. This bonnet is the reason Odin put his eye out.
We have discovered that the Dixiecrats have not changed, and therefore we will never be the same. There will be no unity. The division will be thick as a line down a street in a sanctuary city where somebody is driving right now with no license.
Bonnet Angelo is dropping bars. Bonnet Angelo is dropping bars. This bitch got hot fire. That's that dope right there. We got to put Bonnet Angelo on a track with Benny Butcher. The Bonnet and the Butcher. We got to put her on. We got to get her in the studio. She is dropping bars right now. We got to run that back a little bit. She is spitting that deep, dark ethnic wisdom. It's that motherland wisdom right
Turn
there.
against other Black people simply because We have watched Black people turn against other Black people simply because they wouldn't vote for the people they wanted them to vote for. We have discovered that the Dixiecrats have not changed, and therefore we will never be the same. There will be no unity. The division will be thick as a line down a street in a sanctuary city where somebody is driving right now with no license.
She's talking about Ohio. But Bonnet Angelo, she foresaw Ohio in her bonnet. Like, she took the bonnet off and she like looked into it. She just peered into her bonnet and she saw like a vision of Haitians in Ohio eating pets and crashing cars with no insurance and no driver's license. She saw it all, peering deep into the dark crevices of her bonnet.
And getting away with it while we are driving while Black. We will never be the same. We will never recover.
Bonnet Angelo has deep wisdom. Bonnet Angelo has deep, dark wisdom that niggas not ready for, bro. Niggas just not ready for Bonnet Angelo. I think y'all should feel personally blessed that you got to witness some Bonnet wisdom, because most people will never. And most people just aren't ready, bro. Most people just aren't ready for the truth. The truth is shocking, all right? The truth is it's blinding. The truth hurts. The truth is painful. Truth be making ugly bitches cry in their car.
We are losing Michigan, guys, and I am afraid and uncomfortable by that. I've been out here knocking on doors and talking to people, and the responses that I am getting, I can't believe it's so many Black people that believe Trump is going to save your life over a stimulus check, bro.
So as you saw and heard there, she said she was about to cry because she cannot believe the amount of Black people who said they're voting for Trump because of a stimulus check or some baddie named Peasy, I guess maybe he's a rapper or something, that's influencing Black people to vote. So she basically said that we are losing Detroit, right? She just flustered. And she also said that the Muslim community is also saying they're not going to vote for Kamala. So she's like, I don't basically I know what to do. But you know what that also told me is, of course, we're hearing about all these polls that say that Kamala's getting ahead in the polls, this, that, and the other. But see, they're not telling you about her story, which I'm surprised that she got on TikTok to tell that part of, you know, the story that people are not feeling her candidate, which is Kamala Harris, right? So they're not going and taking a poll of those people that said, I'm not voting for Kamala. I don't care if she is Black. Because later on in that video, she lamented about how she's been going hard in the paint for Palestinians and things like that, and said that y'all need to show up for, you know, somebody who looks like us, right? Like our people. And it's like, that's not necessarily how it works. You should show up to the polls for people who are going to vote or give you something like a policy that's going to benefit you, not just because they Black or they a woman. So, you know, I'm sorry for her tears, but I think she's getting a rude awakening that it ain't what you thought it was, boo-boo. You got to, you be showing up to the door with a little bit more of, or she's Kamala Harris and she's Black and she's a woman, get her into the White House. Because if you come to my door, and I don't live in Detroit, but if anybody comes to my door, oh boy, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to ask. I'm going to be nice, but I can't wait to ask questions of, why should I, as a Black woman in America, vote for Kamala? And if somebody comes to my door and asks me about Trump, I'm going to ask the same thing. Because guess what? I'm nonpartisan. So they got to earn my vote. They will never be able to assume my vote, never, ever again. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetri K Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Kamala is losing the Black women's, y'all. Kamala is losing the black women's, and it's tough because Kamala is the trust black women candidate right now. That's low key the symbolism of Kamala. She's a black woman you can trust, right? Therefore, you can trust black women. Now, here's the problem. When you start to pay attention to black women, like you really look at them and you get like scrutiny and a critical eye and all that, when you look at them with the critical lens, as they say, right, they don't look as trustworthy as they would tell you they are.
Do we know where the individuals we're discussing are coming from? Where their point of origin is? Because you're treating them like lawful U.S. citizens, which they are not.
Okay, so I'm going to cut it off because we've had 3 people to come up. I'm going to cut it off because we have no reason, again, we have no reason to launch an investigation or to treat people differently because of how they look. There's no reason for it.
Who said that?
Well, that's just what I'm saying. I just said that. Tiffany just said that.
Okay,
so
I didn't say that.
But I said it, but there's no reason for us to discuss this any further.
These individuals came from Haiti.
Are valid concerns that we need to have valid concerns.
Black women already caping for the Haitians. Now, this is in Alabama. This isn't even in Ohio. This is in Alabama. She is caping for the Haitians in Alabama. They are sending the migrant missiles everywhere. And there's going to be a black woman in the city government to be like, don't you be mean to these new niggas.
Or people come here all the time. We visit Birmingham. We visit other.
Haiti is a failed state. Their president was assassinated in 2021. There is no way the State Department can vet these individuals.
We're done, and I'm gonna ask this.
Please let him talk.
You had shut up. I was very specific. Okay, I'm gonna ask all of you to leave because this meeting is over. If having no other further business, I need a motion to adjourn. All right, second.
Second.
All in favor?
Black woman won't let you criticize the Haitians. She's going to shut this whole thing down. You can't say nothing about these new niggas.
Good to know. I don't want to hear the truth.
This is our city, not prison.
This is our.
Can you just say that we can't speak, that we have no word? I'm from Southern California.
What would you like us to do?
To cut off public debate in the middle of a meeting is a violation of the law.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna spend our tax money. That's the money they're gonna be spending. They speak French, our teachers will be able to educate them.
I noticed the black folk in this room not saying nothing. You niggas must not like your pets. I guess Haitians only eat white people's dogs, right?
We're gonna have to hire teachers.
Maybe white dogs just taste better. White people's dogs are better cared for, so the meat is tender.
You don't hang no signs about black people hating on immigrants, because black people ain't got no reason to hate on no immigrants.
Oh no, but the immigrants got
We
no reason to hate
everything
on
y'all
us.
are in there, son. Let me tell you something. You hit them signs down. Anytime that ordinary Lawson and Silverstein and what's that other?
Cesar
Can sit up
Lopez.
here and talk
Lopez.
about how they should get a hate crime bill because SWAT sticks was in Ziploc bags in that community. They hung this in our community. We want it off the polls. We want that to be.
Hey, shout out to Dick Thug, by the way. I didn't catch this till just now. Dick Thug with the $10 cash app about the Asians. He says Asians have a larger population with less names. You know, that is crazy. There's billions of Asians at this point, and they haven't felt the need to like create exotic names. And I mean, every Asian name sounds exotic to me, but they're all simple, you know. Lin, Quan. You don't have a lot of Asian names with like more than 3 syllables, right? Just realize that. It's a very elegant naming process with the Asian names. But yeah, shout out to Dick Thug with the $10 cash app, man.
Make it stop. Make the hurt stop, please. Like,
Oh, yeah.
What happened to your sheriff?
There is powerful niggardry at work here.
Because there are a lot of people in this country who do not like Black women, but Black women are the base of the Democratic Party.
Hit that like button for me, y'all. I'm going to drop the link in a few short minutes. So do me a favor, keep the show going, feed the panda, keep the show alive. Appreciate y'all watching. Hit that like button, y'all.
Count that money, man. Count that fucking money, man. Count the money.
They hung this in our community. We want it off the polls. We want that to be the beginning of a hate crime.
So apparently people have been hanging up signs saying Black people hating on immigrants. Nonsense and worse from the people who should know better. According to Bob Avakian. I think I heard of that guy. He's like a communist. He's a communist of suspicious origin. Let's put it that way.
And that organization, which is a white liberal organization, like in the words of Malcolm X, who told us what? That the white liberal is the worst enemy to the black man. Yes! And it is coming up in here, acting like y'all representing some...
Asians don't really eat stray dogs. I think that's just a myth. They actually have dog farms. They don't just eat random street dog meat. I mean, maybe if they're really poor, I wouldn't put it past them. But like, no, they have entire dog breeding programs and stuff. They've totally industrialized their dog consumption. It's bigger than you think. It's shit bigger than Nino Brown, bro.
Social justice.
Say that,
all alone.
Say
all
that.
you're doing is trying to use black people
Say
to
that.
find a reason to make some money.
Say
Let
that.
me tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna mess with us like
Y'all
this
gonna
no
abuse
more.
us.
Hold on, who's she yelling at? Hold up, sister girl. Hold up, sister girl. Who you yelling at? I don't like that.
Social justice.
Look at that shit.
All alone.
Say
all
that.
you're doing is trying to use black people
Say
to
that.
find a reason to make some money.
Say
Let
that.
me tell y'all something over there.
Yeah, yes. 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 Let the hate flow through you. Tell them what they are.
Tell y'all something over there. We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna
Look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, look at that face. Look at the white lady face. Hold on. She's like, is she talking about us? This black bitch talking about us. Holy shit.
We're done. The Democratic Party is done. You ain't gonna mess with us like
Y'all
this
gonna
no
abuse
more.
us.
I'm telling you what I'm
They
telling
get to
you.
abuse the black
Trump
American.
gonna come in here and gonna clean it up. I'm telling you, the ones that have the righteous heart. You leave the Democratic Party. Do just like RFK Jr. Just do like that Tulsa lady. You better get up out the Democratic Party. Save yourself. Save your families. Save your dignity. Save your jobs. And save your seats. Because if y'all don't, we coming for your seats. We ain't taking this no more. We ain't taking.
Woo! Got the black women all angry. Got the black women's all upset. It's terrible. It's about to be an army of unhappy, manless black women with no political home. I ain't got no plan for them. It's terrible. It's a shame what's about to happen to these women.
From a bunch of people who have broke into the country and now have completely broke the city, have completely broke the country, have completely disgraced the United States.
Yeah, Sigma. Yeah. She said save yourself, right? Now, smart black men have been saving themselves for a couple years now.
Taking no disrespect from a bunch of people who have broke into the country and now have completely broke the city, have completely broke the country, have completely disgraced the United States of America. America is a disgrace. And for us, oh my God, what a solution. You give us a fake, black, cackling hen of a candidate with a vice president that's talking about he want to put tampons in the boys' bathroom.
You know, I was over on Fatty's channel today, right? And a lot of the conversation we were having, it was kind of about like masculine ideas and sexuality to a degree too, you know. But because they're talking about these transgender shit, and I really don't even want to rehash it because there was them niggas is funny. I might rehash it later on after I have time to process it because I think he took the whole shit down anyway. But one of the things I pointed out to Fatty, and I just took my stream down, by the way, too. You can still catch it all on Rumble, though. You follow me on Rumble, you can catch the replay, right? But I took it off YouTube for obvious reasons. But one of the points I wanted to bring up to Fatty is that in Black culture, Black men in particular, we don't really have rigid concepts and ideas about masculinity. And knowing that and being the guy talking about that kind of stuff, I think it's a supreme irony and a little bit of a curse even. It's like a curse that we've put upon ourselves that now the Black community at almost every level is being led by unmarried, masculine, lesbian, aggressive women. I know nothing about this woman in particular, but just taking a quick snap look at her, I would call her an unmarried, aggressive, masculine, lesbian woman. I could be wrong because, judging a book by its cover, but that's why they put covers on books, you know what I'm saying? So you can make decisions about them and shit. And listen. Getting rid of the masculine, lesbian, unmarried leadership cadre that's in charge of Black America would probably go a long way to saving Black America in the long run. Plus, she ain't trying to fight no Haitians or no Venezuelans.
The number one function of a president is to be the commander-in-chief. You tell me anything about a Kamala Harris that looked like she could protect this country after y'all just sat up here and let it get her overridden with a bunch of illegal immigrants. Y'all just sat up here and put America's hands in all kind of wars. And you telling me a tampon man that ran from duty don't even know what his rule was. Kamala Harris, who don't know what race she is, gonna protect this country? The devil is a lie. Y'all better get some signs down. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, the angry spinster. It's actually not a new spin. This is exactly what a spinster is, bro. It's not a new spin on a spinster. It's a fucking spinster. That's all it is. Same as it ever was. Who do you think was behind all these female political movements throughout history, right? Going back to like the 1800s and shit. Spinsters, bro. You can always find them rabble rousing, as you call it, right? That's what spinsters do. They rouse the rabble. You know what? Let me queue up this next video just for shits and giggles because it's actually funny. It's nothing else but funny. But while I got this next video queuing up, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link because, people be wanting to do Panda stuff and we can talk about whatever comes up. We can talk about Fatty and all that stuff if you want. We can talk about all kind of shit. Who cares? Panda time. The link is in the chat. The chat room is officially open. Please keep the beer and nachos fund fully stocked. We need beer and nachos. Now you can see we got a guy who's he's known for his driving abilities, right? He's one of those Fast and Furious type guys.
Got him. What's up, bro? What's up? Step up. What happened? Turn around. Sir? Turn around. My bad. Put your hands behind your back. What happened? You know what happened. I didn't see you. I know you didn't see me. You had your lights on. You're right, I didn't. Sir, but you were flying back there at the intersection. Oh, no, I was just watching. What did I do all that? What did I deserve all this for? This is why you deserve all of it. Right here. Sir, but that's not me. Cutting up in my city. That's why you deserve all of it. Sir, that's not me. Cutting up in my city. Sir, please. I'm not being tried. Sir, please. Sir, please. Sir, please. Sir, please.
That please kind of made me a little weak. I just, God damn, please. I don't think I've ever heard a nigga actually beg like that. A motherfucker beg me like that, I might just let him go. Like, God damn, I've never heard begging like that before, bro. Trey, have you heard begging like that? I don't know. You've been in war and shit. Hell, do Afghanis beg like that? Do the Iraqis beg like that? I doubt it.
No. I've only seen it out of the community, like around 2020 time frame.
Like, that's a rare level of begging right there. Like that tone, that nigga hit a certain octave. That nigga he like activated my empathy. He hit a weird note with that begging.
That's not me. Turn up in my city. Sir, please. Sir, please.
That shit almost activated my empathy. I swear to God, that was a weird begging tone. I've never heard that tone of begging before, ever.
It sounds familiar. It sounds like Tyrese when he did that the first crime video from Tyrese.
I'm like, damn, that nigga is clearly broken up, man. He having a hard time right now. I don't want to hurt this nigga no more.
It sound like somewhere in my heart, I still love you.
Wow.
I'm just trying to get my wife back.
Yo, fuck.
Wow.
That was a hell of a
I just want my wife back.
Oh, God. I ain't never heard nothing like that before.
Wow.
Yeah, what is good, y'all?
Man, I'm mad at y'all niggas though, man. I'm mad at y'all niggas though, man. I'm mad at y'all.
What's good? Hey, it was funny because he said when the cop said, "You know what you did." That was it, bruh. That was it.
No.
You know what you did.
Here's my thing.
Fucked up, right?
When they pulled up on you and immediately they didn't ask for your license, like, yo, just handcuff you. Bro, just chill. You might as well just take the ride.
He know what he did though. That's why I don't even know why you acting like that, nigga.
And then the first your excuse is I didn't see you. Word.
Yeah, he said I know you didn't see me.
Word.
Man, I'm making sure.
Cracking, y'all.
What's up, Dirty? Man, I'm making sure he go to the most racist white male judge there is. Hey, who on the docket for this day? Oh hell yeah, this nigga going before him.
There's no cure for stupid. That's all I got.
But Hood, man, you in Free Zone. True, I'm mad at y'all, man. I was so enjoying earlier, I forgot to charge my phone, so I couldn't hit the link. And that was a glorious Gulag takedown. That was classic.
Nah, that was a good time, man. That was a good time. shout out to Fatty, man. Y'all was wilding today.
Man, and then I love his take on the Haitians.
They'll say it's not happening though.
Man, but this is a litmus test for black folks. When Haitians come to their community, it's like, hey, I was there, I worked there, I lived there, and when I warn niggas like you don't want Haitians, I don't care like the good ones. The good Haitians don't even want Haitians. Keep playing that color shit and see where it gets you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. You know what? Haitians don't bother me, bro. I mean, and I don't say that in a like welcoming way. I mean, like Haitians and Nigerians, they don't talk to American black men. They don't bother me. Like they do their thing. I don't even see the Haitians, right? They kill their little goat on the porch and have barbecues in the front yard or whatever, but they don't really say nothing. Like
They
I don't
kill
have
him
that.
right there on the porch. Damn,
Hey,
bro,
look,
that's rough.
look, bro, you worry about the wrong part, bro. Look, I'm just saying.
I mean, nah, because if they would do that, imagine what else they would do. Like these people have no scruples. Like the common behaviors that we practice in America, they're all about to get savagely washed away, bro.
But they already were.
Man,
Right.
when I left Haiti, I felt like Martin Sheen in Apocalypse Now. I was like, drop the bomb. It's the only place I've been in the world where I support fucking Nagasaki, Hiroshima Part 2. Just drop the bomb. There's no coming back.
That's racist. Let them Haitians be.
Bro, send another hurricane. Send another earthquake. Just, no, bro. That place just needs to go. Just needs to walk right up into the Caribbean.
Dirty folk, you thought that was his goat, but that was somebody's pet. His name was Billy. He had a name, dirty folks.
He probably stole it from the Mexicans. I mean, I don't care about the Mexicans either, bro.
Well, it was a goat named Julio. Okay, it was still he had a name. Goat. He had a soul, dirty folks.
Yeah,
He had a family. He had a family, dirty.
Yo, what was
a
LeBron?
mortgage and everything.
He had a nuclear family, dirty. Come
He had a
on.
nuclear family.
Ain't got no
They still have a
soul.
nuclear family.
Animals ain't
Always
got
be
no
one goat.
soul. Animals ain't got no
Get
soul.
treated
What's
like
happening,
black
y'all?
men in child support court. You only see one goat. You don't never see like a whole herd of goats, man. Just be one goat.
Yo, all this goat racism is getting on my nerves, dirty folks. You acting like goats ain't people too, man.
Bernard, bro, you just got it mixed up.
No. It's crazy though, because like their culture. This is the thing, right? See, the Latinos are like a competing ethnic group, but they don't bring as much cultural difference as like this Haitian community, right? Like nobody's saying that the Latinos are out here stealing your pets. Like they just bring crime, general crime or whatever at worst, but at best it's like they don't seem to be as culturally different is really what I'm trying to say. I guess there's levels to it and all. The Haitians are just too different.
Well, here's the thing, man. No matter what area, because I'm over in the rabbit hole. Whichever version of history you look at, motherfuckers 120, 30 years ago knew that get rid of Haitians or bad shit would happen. Motherfuckers just knew this shit. Like in the rabbit hole version, I'm gonna tell you straight up, them were the Natchez Indians from Mississippi, and the fucking niggas, the black motherfuckers, Moors, had to get them motherfuckers up out of there. So they transported them over to Haiti and gave them to the French. French was like, it was a bunch of white liberal French. Oh yeah, we'll take them, give them to us. What happened to those French? Both versions, historically. What happened to the French? They were like, oh yeah, we'll take care of the cool Haitians, give them to us.
Nobody really knows how bloody the the Haitian Revolution was, like the Haitian slave revolts and all. Like people say that they were the first nation on this side of the hemisphere to like kick off the shackles of slavery and all that. And I think that's largely true, right? But I think people don't understand why there's this long-standing thing with like France and Haiti. It's like you didn't just like kill the slave masters, which people would understand, but like you probably boiled a couple of families alive too along the way.
No, they killed all of them, bro.
Right,
they killed all the women and children. Yes.
Yeah. I get that. That's what I'm saying. Like there were levels of atrocity that people don't like to forget.
Yeah, like let them motherfuckers burn in hell.
Fuck that, man. You at my crib. I can do what I want to at my crib. Look, there's a post office in Chicago. Ironically enough, right up the block from the Calumet building on No, it's not. Anyway, whatever. The post office on 63rd Street, right off Halsted, was the home of a doctor from 1908 who used
Henry
to.
H. Holmes, nigga. Go ahead, say the name right. It's H.
I
Holmes. He
can
had a
remember his name. All
hotel.
right, you tell the story then, nigga. Go ahead. You tell.
Okay. H. Henry Holmes, aka the first serial killer in America, was whacking motherfuckers in the 1893 World's Fair. He lived in Inglewood. He had a hotel. Basically, the premise of the TV show American Horror Story is based on him. Yep. Do
See,
you want me to continue?
nah, because when I tell stories, people be like, "Cap." I'm like, nah, this shit really be happening.
Now you said that was the
Hey,
first
I
serial
want to know,
killer,
man. Y'all got me curious. Keep going.
right?
Shit.
Yeah,
That
that was
was
our first
America's
serial
first
killer.
All right, so what
America's
happened is
first
he would invite
serial
women.
killer. Yeah.
He would invite people, women and hobos, to his crib because he was a doctor, and say that he would give them shelter. He'll tell the women he'll give them shelter. He'll tell the men I'll cure you, and he chop them up in the basement, right? But my whole thing is once you in my crib, I can do what I want to do to you. That's my point. His basement is like, hey, once you come in here, bro, you can guess.
You're
What
arguing
are
that
you
the
referring to?
hold on. You're arguing that the African immigrants' native land is Haiti, and I mean not immigrants, the African slave population that went to Haiti to work the land as slaves. You're arguing that that's their house, and it's a weird argument to make. Like everybody's foreign here.
Yeah, it was not their land, bro. They were imported there. Regardless, you go in the rabbit hole of conventional history. Either they came from Booga Booga Mud Hut land or they came from Mississippi. Wherever they came from, it was not their land. The
I
French were
want
there first.
I want to kick the mic to somebody else new. Rebel Zoe. I don't know if we ever spoke before. What's going on, Rebel?
Yeah, yeah, I've been on the show a couple of times, bro. You know
Okay,
what
I
I'm saying?
know you. Your name sounds familiar, but it's been a little while. All right, all right.
Yeah,
But yeah, with a name like Rebel Zoe, and we're talking about Haitians, I just know that you have things to say, and so I can't assume. I don't know what you're about to say, but I feel you got things to say, bro. So take the mic.
oh well, first thing I want to say, y'all, I'm Haitian. You know what I'm saying? First generation born here, and yes, there are Haitians who don't fuck with other Haitians, but it's mostly the Haitians that who just come here. They don't like fucking with like my generation because my generation would be the Americanized. You feel me? So we like they consider us Haitian, but there's a actual term they would call us like Yanks,
I get it.
short for Yankee. So they would consider me like I would be like semi Haitian. You feel me? So the Haitians that actually come from Haiti when they first get here, they don't really want no problems because they're not really trying to go back to Haiti. For the most part, they really just want to work and send money back home. But then it's another thing too that once they get here, after working about let's say 15, 20 years or so like that, they got kids and kids probably got kids or something like that. A lot of them start figuring out like, yo, they start feeling like, yo, this is slavery. What I'm gonna do for like the next, let's say like 10, 15 years, I'm gonna like set up something like a house back in Haiti. So whenever I retire, I can go back to Haiti. That was their plan, of course. But then through so much turmoil and things that have gone on over there, a lot of them just feel like there's no hope there. So a lot of them feel like they just have to leave. Because I do have half brothers and cousins that's over there right now, and we talk to them, and a lot of them try to make do with what they can, But like I said, I wouldn't say it's the ones that just got here you really got to worry about. It would be like my generation, the second, third generation who don't even feel like the Haitian. They feel like, goddamn, I'm American. Goddamn, my mama was born here. Or I was born here. I'm American. You feel me?
I think it's a little bit different, and then I get what you're saying. I think the way I would look at that is more Haitians seem to be a relatively small population in America as far as like immigrants go, and being a small minority, like even being within the black population of America, Haitians are a small group in that, right? But
And there's a
being a
there's a running there's a running joke. We call them like peaceful Pierre and no problem Paul. You feel me? Because they don't- when they get here, like I
but
remember
that's what
when I
happens when you're
hold
new
on,
and
hold on,
outnumbered.
Well,
let me tell
here's
you.
the thing.
I remember. I'm gonna tell
Oh,
you.
hold
I
on, let me finish.
remember
Let
in
me
the
finish.
eight. I
Okay,
remember
good.
I remember in the '80s when a lot of Haitians, like say, like my dad's generation or like his friends that would come here. A lot of Haitians would just put up with. I'm not gonna lie, because sometimes even back then, a lot of Americans would think these people try to take our jobs. So I mean, of course, there would be some kind of turmoil. I'm not gonna say whose fault it was or who was feeling like they was in the wrong. You feel me? But there would be some Haitians that would just put up with the BS or get slapped or whatever because they don't want to get any involvement with the police because they're scared if they have any involvement with the police, they're gonna send their ass right back over there. And
Who
when
was
you get
slapping
sent
the
back to
Haitians?
Haiti, when you get sent back to Haiti, the people on the island they look like you. They look at you like you're trash. They're like, "Yo, you had your chance. You were in America.
You
You
loser.
fucked it, and you fucked it up. And you back on this island. Like they will treat you like shit when you go
That's
back to
like
the
that's
land.
like when you get out of jail and you wind up back there next month.
Yeah, like
No,
they
no, it's
like
worse
Haitian
than that.
people.
That's like when you hit the lotto and then you back on the block. Or you a baller and then you
Exactly. They
fall
they
off.
they when you go back to Haiti, those people who get deported, they are looked at like lowest of the lowest.
Well, I'll tell you this, Rebels, though. What I noticed living over there, man, is like there's a different class of people, the ones in Cité Soleil versus Delmont versus Croix de Bouquet.
Yes, of course, because you
You
got you
know,
got the country, you got the people like my people. They call it Moonbois. That means people from the sticks or the country. You feel me? Those the ones who really
yeah,
do the
them folks
voodoo
were
and
cool.
stuff.
Out Jockmail places like that, and they were cool as a fan.
I know, but see,
Hey,
it's like it's almost like the a New York person. Like if you meet a New York Haitian and the Florida Haitian, you will see the complete difference. The New York Haitian is like proper, speaking Francais and all that. You feel me? You feel me? But the ones down in Miami, they'll speak real Creole. You feel me?
Kodak Black. That's all you gotta say is Kodak
Exactly,
Black.
exactly. Kodak Black, yes.
okay, here's my issue with
Well,
this.
well, here,
No, I got a couple of issues, right? Number one, and I don't have any issues. I just want to point a couple of things out. When they send money, where do they send money? Back home, right?
Yes.
Haiti's home, right?
Mhm.
So there's already a delineation. So I don't want to hear the black shit. That's just for the people in the chat. That's why I gangbang.
Hold
Chicago
on, what you
niggas
said?
only gangbang
Hold
from.
on, rewind
No,
that
no,
back.
I'm
You were
not.
coming
I'm
in
not
and
gonna
out.
hold on.
I couldn't
But
understand what you said.
but
You were coming
but
in and out.
okay, tribalism. When you guys get the bread, you send it back home. Mexicans do it too. Everybody does it, right? They send the
Mm-hmm.
money back home.
Uh-huh.
That's cool. This is home though. Niggas in my shit, taking my shit, and then sending it somewhere else. That's like a crip selling dope in a blood spot and taking that shit back on his blood. Look, for black people that talk so little about the black dollar only circulate 6 hours, everybody else circulate 20 days. You let the niggas. That's because everybody else take their money back home. They taking your bread back home. That's
Well,
not a you problem. That's not a Haiti problem. I'm just delineating tribalism. You
well,
just
Well,
said
it's
snap.
it's
well, to me,
nationalism.
I
Black
mean, I
America.
mean, to me,
Hold
I
on.
don't see
Let
that
me.
as no different than people that was from like the city that was from the country, like people from North Carolina moving up to New York back in the days of Chicago, the big city, and then sending their mama some money to help out with a bill. I don't. I mean, I see what you're saying. You're
It's
taking it out of the country, and it's more in the country if you send it to your family within the city line. But I don't
Ain't
really
nobody
see the
going back
difference
to
in
the
it. I
city.
guess.
Niggas visiting us.
let me explain. Hold on. Let me jump in for a second and explain what the difference would be and why there's like a new found issue all of a sudden, right? Because for years, at least since the 1900s, this idea of pan-africanism has been like growing and spreading, like this idea that we all have a shared black struggle together all around the world. It's been like this unifying force in black America. And now that we're at a point where there is like the barbarians at the gate type of situation where we have all these people flooding in, now the black folk who they feel, we're feeling some type of way about all these people trying to dig their hands in our pot, right? And all of a sudden we're finding out that we're not all actually the same kind of black, right? No matter how much melanin we may or may not share, we actually have a national black history in America that makes us different from Haiti, who has their own national black history, that makes us different from the Nigerians who have their own national black history, right? And so you kind of have to analyze, you have to sort of internalize that reality. Like there is no real global blackness. Our tribalism is stopping at the American border. Like our tribalism is morphing into a
Hey, Hood.
Can
nationalism.
I
When you
have a
say
question?
put their hands in the pot, well, hey, Hood. When you say put their hands in the pot, I thought about that Haitian video where all the people eating out that one plate.
Yeah,
Just,
that's
just to
crazy.
say that.
And they couldn't eat at my table. That was
I
nasty.
think they were
But not
African, but
only
yeah,
that, but
Can I
when it's
ask you,
time to
let me ask
swoop,
you a question? Can I ask a question?
yeah. Go,
Let
you
me ask
got
you,
it, so.
do y'all feel that since these Haitians are here, do you guys think, or do you guys know that America does have a hand in the downfall of Haiti, which creates this problem, which makes
I,
people
I,
want to
w-
come here,
I was
right?
going to
That
address that.
Let me
Hold
speak
on,
on that.
we have to
I
go.
dealt
We have to go
directly
one
with
at a
that.
time. We have to go one at a time. I'm going to answer first, really quickly. Trey, you can get it, and then dirty folks respond after Trey. My answer is yes, that may be true, and that doesn't mean we should accept all these like 20,000 Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. We'd be better off just invading Haiti for all that matter. Trey, you have it.
Look, man. Here's policy, and we brought it up before. The French ain't let that shit go. The French, the lizards and connect. They're never gonna let that shit go. They are never gonna let Haiti live down what they did. 160 some years ago, whenever it was. It just ain't gonna happen. The whole thing is that the lizards will blame it on the U.S. The U.S. blockaded this, that, and the other. You got to look at it, man. When you commit a genocide, as the country did, there's going to be repercussions for a couple hundred years.
So you
It
don't
just
think
it is what it is.
you don't think there was genocide in the slavery? As
Well,
soon as somebody didn't want to work or anything like, they would just kill
hold
them or
on,
anything
Zo.
like that.
Hold on, Zo. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you respond, but I wanted to get dirty folks a chance to also answer. Then you
Oh, my
can
bad.
push back.
All right. Here's the. I'm not even gonna go the way Trey went. Trey full racist. Quit going full racist, bro. Never go
I'm
full.
not racist, bro. I'm Americanist. There you go. I'm nationalist.
Nationalism,
I don't
baby.
have no problem
Look,
with him
I'm as
being
tribalist
exactly the
as they
way he
come,
is.
bro. I'm as tribalist as they.
Look, I'm partly American. I partly feel some of that shit
Okay.
the way he
Here's
fucking
my
feel.
problem. Here's my problem with that. To answer your question, do I believe that America had something to do with Haiti being destitute? Definitely. France. There's a whole coalition. Haiti has been under sanctions since it's been recognized as its own entity. I I I get that, right? Haiti is fucked up in the game.
They can't even
Haiti
grow their
fucked
own
up.
rice.
Haiti messed up America. Like American slavery became more strict and more restrictive because of what Haiti did. That's why
Yep.
America invaded France, which was Florida. Florida was owned by France, and
Once
stole
the Suns over took over Haiti, everybody was like, "Nah, them niggas, man, we gotta keep an eye
right,
on them."
like you can't. They better not do that here. So the Haitian Revolution even reverberated to the blacks in America. I'm with you. Now, with that being said, culture is culture, and I got a problem with all colored culture, right? So the trailer park white culture, the people that drink liquor out of jug that just got three X's on it, they got rifles and they take food stamps, but they don't go around. They might sleep with their cousin, but they don't go around shooting everybody that walk up the block, right? Because of the way that their culture is set up, different than project housing culture, right? Anywhere you go in the projects and anywhere you be like, oh shit, that's the project.
It's
So you know what
crazy.
you're gonna get. Like the
Land a
the
plane. I want him to respond.
the bottom barrel culture. So what I'm saying is, man, when you have the culture of Haiti is independent of the political system, because you're poor doesn't mean that you got to kill your neighbor and barbecue him in the front yard, right? The culture doesn't dictate that. The people dictate that. The debauchery is the people, not the culture. But that's not even my problem. My problem is when the barbarians are at the gate, y'all go home. I gotta shoot it out. Y'all go home. And if I live or not, y'all come back. Like black women do and say, yo, we black. Can I get a piece of chicken? No.
All right, Zo.
Fuck no.
Rebel Zo. I wanted to wait till a couple of people answer, but you
Well,
get a chance to respond.
okay, and believe me, I definitely understand everything y'all saying. Like I said, I'm part. Like I was born in America. I actually, like the first generation born. We are conflicted when we see situations like this right here. 'Cause we like, damn. We wish that our island was good enough and our people didn't have to come here. Like when we were younger, we used to hear stories of our parents like, "Yo, Haiti was beautiful. It was this and that." And then we like, "Yo, I want to go to Haiti." But then every time we hear something on the news, we're like, "Yo, I ain't going to that shit." So believe it's a lot of Haitians that wish they didn't even have to come to America. You know what I'm saying? Like the Clintons, the stuff that they've done, they can't even grow their own rice. And these like if they can't grow their own rice, they have to get it imported. And then if they don't do something they don't want to do, they could hold them rice and the people just starving. Like people eating mud cookies in Haiti. You feel me?
Hey, that's who I would have the most smoke for, though. And the people is not the government. The government still, especially
I
nowadays.
want
the
to play this
government is
clip really
usually backed
quickly.
up by like it's usually somebody propped up in there and that's going to do exactly everything that want like the country wants to do. Like I've seen reports that there's a minerals that they've been mining over there, and the Haitian people don't get none of it. Like it's like I don't understand.
So,
I understand.
let me. Can I chime in real quick before you play the clip?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I don't know if y'all know that. Good big bad U.S. of A. invaded Haiti in 1915. We went
I
over there
did
in
see something about that.
1915. Yeah, we cleaned shit up and paved the way for Papa Doc and Baby Doc to get up in there. Now,
Do you
regardless
know?
of anybody's feelings on those two gentlemen, the country was running smooth. The
Oh,
streets
I'm
were
gonna
nice
say
and clean. Everything's
Papa
pretty. But
Doc.
here's what happened. Yeah,
Papa Doc, he actually wanted Haiti to be the mecca of black power and black pride. He wanted it to be a place. I saw a thing when he was saying, he was like, yo, even though he was a strict motherfucker, I'm not gonna lie, those some niggas just need to be strict. The shit that was going on over there at the time, he needed to come through with a lot of that shit. Now he was going
If
too
I was
far when he
president, the
did.
first thing I would do, I ain't gonna lie, I'm black and I'm proud, but I hate niggas though. I swear. I gotta find a way to put a restraint on some niggas. I swear to God, cause like niggas be geeking. Like a lot wrong with our country because of niggas. I swear to God, every other culture look out for themselves. Niggas be geeking. Like niggas are the reason why America is the way it is. And white people too. White people too. No bullshit though. But niggas be geeking though for real. So I gotta do something about the niggas though.
Hello?
I gotta keep them in line. I gotta keep them in line, bro. We gotta make some laws for niggas. No bullshit.
Strictly niggas.
Niggas. That's what they first. Niggas first, and then everybody else.
That was Papa Doc's great grandson. No, you
I
got it,
love
bro.
that clip.
Hold on. Say that again. That was his
No,
great
I said that was
grandson.
Papa Doc. No, I'm joking. I said that was Papa Doc's great grandson.
Look, I understand he's fucked up, but he did some good while he was there. There's a lot of Haitians that really liked the Papa Doc when he was in power.
Yeah, but you know what? Certain cultures require iron fist.
A lot
We
of
see that.
African cultures. You see that over
What
in
what?
Africa.
Well, not just
You don't think
African
these hood
culture.
niggas? You
No,
wouldn't
no,
think these hood
not
niggas
just.
wouldn't need somebody to come through with a baton and a
Hell
bat and
yeah.
shit to get these niggas in
I'm
line?
not. No,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not saying that. No, I'm bolstering that point. But I'm saying,
Okay.
look what's happening in most of Western culture right now with all these people that are coming in. Look at Europe, and it's not all Africans in Europe or whatever. You see what happens when they get all this freedom. You know what I'm saying? Them blonde hair, blue eyes ain't safe. Ain't safe no more.
Those are like the Arabs and the Muslims and the Turks. That's a completely different type of threat than just like random, brown people. They
Let me
have
ask you.
a
Hey, hood. Let me
specific
ask you
goal
this.
in mind.
Who you think would be a worse, the Haitians or a whole bunch of Arabs that came to the country? Who'd you want to come in the front
Definitely.
of the line?
What
Arabs have it.
what
Arabs are an
depends.
organized social movement. Like Haitians are
It's a
not
tie
really
for me.
that type of threat.
What actually, if you said that or whatever, it would depend on what country or what part of the world they're coming from. So, like, if somebody comes from Dubai, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have the same kind of issues as somebody coming from, like, Al Jazeera.
I get that. And I'm making it a broad thing because it's really not about Arabs from this country or that country or anything. It's just this idea of, historically speaking, Islam has always wanted to penetrate Europe.
Look, I said Haitians ain't never wanted to change no laws or nothing in America. A lot of Arabs and other the organized peoples that you was talking about, they're the ones who come over here and want to change
See,
laws like the Stop Asian Hate
But
Bill.
Robert,
it's
so here's the
different. Right.
issue,
Wait a
bro.
minute. No. Hold on. Wait a minute, because I want to get to this clip. The clip will help highlight the issue too, because it's not just like the Arabs have a culture that wants to conquer our American culture. The Haitians represent a more chaotic kind of low level sort of threat.
Noel? Thank you. I live at 426 Northwestern Avenue. Miss Skinner, who I'm not trying to put on the spot, is my neighbor.
Just talk to me, ma'am. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
And I'm done with what I'm seeing. It is so unsafe in my neighborhood anymore. I have the homeless that were trying to camp out, and I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't. Look at me, I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? It's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's killing both of us mentally. I don't understand what you expect of us as citizens. I mean, I understand they're here under temporary protected status and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed. But who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me? I want out of this town. I am sorry. Please give me a reason to stay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Hood. That's way too much understanding. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yo,
We haven't reached the point of hate yet. I'm waiting for the hatred because I get to the end of things really quickly. I know hatred is the only next solution. It's the only practical solution because you're gonna have to hurt people, and it's hard to hurt people if you don't feel a little bit of hatred in your heart.
Hey, but hate makes you great, bro.
Yeah, let's look at the Boondocks. You know what? You know the Boondocks. You know may have been comedy or whatever, but the Uncle Ruckus character was on point. He warned them white folks, do not trust them new niggas. Don't do it. There was always niggas like us telling white people, hey, don't trust them niggas over there. You don't see me over there with them. Don't do it. And these white people get what they deserve. We've been telling.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
yeah, but I'm like all these bleeding hearts though, man. Like you got to put your own mask on first. We got too many problems at home.
No,
to sit up here.
No, please.
Wait. So you don't put your own mask on first? You don't take care of yourself first?
They don't put their own mask on first. Let me explain something to you.
Well, who's they first off? Go ahead.
And this the Caucasians in Springfield, Ohio. Let me explain something to you. The reason that Muslims are dangerous is because their religion and their law is synonymous. They don't have a difference between church and state. It's almost cookie cutter. You know what you're going to get when you deal with a Muslim, and depending on the region, right? Like if they're from Pakistan or India, right? You know what you're going to get down to the smell, right? When you start talking about colors from any land, Africa, the islands, North America, when you start talking about colors, you're talking about a bunch of people who are anti-authority, pro-communism, and no structure. So what's going to end up happening is if you tell them white folks, man, look, y'all better do this in your own best self-interest, you only need a couple of zealots to take it all the way there. All the way there.
Hey, let's go. Let's fucking go. I'm like, hey, where the trees? Where do we find the hanging trees?
Let me counter that and just say to y'all white people up there in Ohio, just chill, relax. If they do something to y'all, then do something, react, call the police, do whatever you got to do. But for the most part, don't get yourself in trouble going looking for problems with people from other
this
countries.
shit's going on in Ohio?
If they do something, let the police handle it, or you help the police get or call the police. But don't get yourself in trouble trying to be a hero.
Man, I'm like, fuck that, man. At a certain point, you just got to shoot a nigga.
Nah, man,
That's it. You just got to shoot a nigga at a certain point.
It's time to go shooting cans.
So check this out though. Like in these municipalities where this is happening, where they've done this, like the police probably get stand down orders. Like so for the last like 15 years, like case in point, Portland, Oregon, right? Just outside of Portland, Oregon, they've had to have private security for like schools and shit because it's so wild up there. You know what I'm saying? And hell, that's where the damn autonomous zones were. They had two of them in different cities. Like the leadership or whatever tells them, hey, we're not going to back you. We're not going to do this. So guess what? The only next logical solution is for people to take, the violence in their own hands.
Look, this is what I'm tripping on. This is what I'm tripping on right here. A lot of these policies of letting these people in or whatever. A lot of these politicians let a lot of these places know. A lot of these sanctuary cities knew they were sanctuary cities. They either voted for the person who voted to let their city be a sanctuary city, or they voted on the bill. So a lot of the fault that they got to look at is they got to look at the fucking mirror.
It's their own damn fault, man. It's their own damn fault.
Here's the
bro.
thing,
Like,
Rebel
y'all,
Zoe. I will give you
I
credit,
know y'all
bro.
want to be mad. I know y'all want to be mad for the Haitians for coming here, but y'all got to be mad at the people who allowed them and say, "Hey, yeah, come on in." You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to
Okay,
look at
Rebel
the people.
Zoe.
Hey, but the
So
thing is, those
you just
people.
hold up, let me answer Rebel Zoe real quick, bro. When you brought up who fucked up Haiti before is the same people who are letting Haitians in now, the commies, bro. And we know what freaking Star David they truly rock. Those are the
But
people who fucked up Haiti, and now they letting Haitians in here to fuck up America.
see, this is what a lot. All I'm saying is I don't see this big rash of like, Haitian, you know how like they say the Venezuelans running around with guns, they end up breaking into places. I'm not seeing stuff like that. I maybe heard one story of one Haitian doing something to one little girl or something like
I
that.
do want to
But
keep
for
the
the
stream
but
up to YouTube,
but for the
so
most part, I'm
everybody
not
be
seeing no
mindful.
rash. It's not they're not saying, oh, Haitian gangs or whatever Babaku over here in America. They're just saying 20 to 15,000 migrants. I understand. I believe me. I don't want them to fucking hear either.
Go
But
watch
I'm
one
not
of
finna
John
tell
Gall's
people. But
streams,
I'm not
man.
finna go tell people put a rope on a tree and shit. I ain't finna tell crackers to do that shit.
Why
Y'all,
not?
y'all go
Why
watch.
not? At what point? At what
What kind
point?
of black man would I be to go tell some white people to go do some harm
Okay, so you're
to some
playing the
black people
color
who ain't
game.
did shit yet?
You're playing the color game. Fuck Asians. They're not black, bro. Here's the thing, man. I'm fucking Jamaican, bro. I'm a first generation Jamaican, just like you first generation
Bro,
Haitian.
didn't you hear
If
me
I don't
say?
say the right thing
Did you
around
say?
niggas,
Didn't
I
you
ain't
hear me
one of
say I don't
them.
agree with
And
this
I'm
shit
gonna tell
either?
you straight up. It
Didn't
comes
you
a
hear me
certain
say I don't
point
agree
where
with
you
this shit
gotta
either?
string a nigga up. You gotta string a nigga up on a tree.
Nah, I ain't gonna tell. I ain't finna tell people to go ahead and do some crime, do all that right there. You can tell them do all that there, but I'm gonna tell the white people, nah, don't do that shit.
Yo, why's that?
Go to the ballot box like y'all voted for, like y'all voted on crackers to let these niggas in. Y'all vote on crackers to get their ass out.
Yeah, but hey, here's the thing though, man. With some of these folks,
I gotta
like
jump in. I want to say something really quickly here. This issue that Rebel Zoe and Trey are having, you know what? It just occurred to me. Black folk, because of the way we've been taught history, we have to confront maybe a lot of, not every single one, but maybe a lot of those dudes that got lynched actually needed to be lynched.
You know what?
I didn't say it. You did.
No,
I agree,
because think about the reality we're approaching and look at the history that we might have been lied about,
bro.
lied to about.
Bill Burr say ass whoopings don't fall from the sky, bro. But
yeah, but the problem
All I'm
is
saying, hey, look, when crackers
people
start
don't
hanging
pay
niggas,
attention.
when crackers start hanging niggas, who gonna tell them when to stop? When is it gonna be
No,
appropriate?
no, but
Who gonna
wait,
be there to
rebel,
tell them? Okay, yeah, you can hang this nigga, but don't hang
wait,
that other
rebel,
nigga over here.
rebel. Why are you
Look, man.
talking about white people?
If
Wait,
crackers go
hold on.
back to if crackers go back to hanging Negroes, nobody's gonna be able to stop them
Hey, but
until they
check
want
this
to
out.
stop.
Check this out. Wait, hold on.
in America though.
Hold
Not even in
Oh,
America. Like all in
Let me
it.
get mine out. Let me get mine out. Okay, so Rebel Zoe, why are you saying just crackers? What if it's black people doing it?
What'd you say now?
What if it's black people hanging other black folks?
They're burnt
Hey,
crackers, dude.
look, if it's black people, if y'all want to go ahead and get yourself in trouble, look, I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do and what not to do with your life. Go on out there, do anything you want, but I'm not gonna go tell you to go do
Hey,
whatever to go harm some other black people out there.
look, I'm telling
I don't
people
care if
right
they was white.
now.
I don't care if they was Venezuelan. I'm not gonna tell you go out
Well,
there and
Yo,
do
but
this harm to them.
I'm telling everybody on this panel right now. It'd be really hard to stop me if something happened to one of my people that I loved or whatever. If I be Denzel, not
See now,
Denzel Washington,
you
be
see how you
Samuel
had to do
Jackson
that.
out
what do
here.
you
You see how you had to
hold
do
on.
that. You see
Hold
how
on.
you
What
had
do
to
you
put
mean
that straw man
people?
up there.
What do you
No,
mean
nobody
people?
said anything about okay, Cody. No,
Rebel
everybody
Zoe,
said was they hear it.
Rebel
That's
Zoe.
all I'm
Hold on a
saying.
second. Hold on a second. What do you mean people? You kill my dog. You eat my fucking cat. I'm gonna cut one of your hands off, bro.
Dude, come on, bro.
hey, your
Roll
cat
over,
still
bro.
tastes
No,
pretty good if it's cooked.
no,
I'm not even.
seriously.
I didn't even say I would kill you. I'm not gonna kill you. But you. I have your hand now. I'll
And
figure
then,
out what I do with it later.
and look, look.
Look, bro. Hey, cut the hands off on in Haiti. That's regular shit. If somebody get caught stealing in Haiti,
Right,
yeah,
right. But
they'll cut a
this
hand
is
off,
what we
whatever, like
have to
that.
be now, Zoe. This is who we have to be now.
Look.
Hey,
Hey,
so say
are
that.
we seeing
That's
the
The
regular.
white
are we seeing
man
a
has his
rash?
hand up. The white man has his hand up. You want to say something, Snowman?
Yeah, I've literally been trying to chime in for a minute, but you got.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
You spoke
Huh?
just 2 seconds ago. God
I
damn it! Don't
know.
fake deep
No, I've been
thing.
trying to really chime in, not just throw a joke
I
at
know.
everybody
No, I
now.
got you. I got you. You got it, bro. You
But
got
the
it.
truth of the matter is this, it, the fact of the matter is you had folks like myself, Trey, Hood, SKC, Free Zone, that saw the writing in the sand when it came to this sanctuary city bullshit. We spent 4 years on these panels trying to warn people just to sit and listen to them tell everybody, including their own, their own melanated folk, that they're racist and misogynist and xenophobic for that, or an Uncle Tom or a fucking house Negro. All right. Now they want to turn around and cry and bitch and complain about shit that they voted in when there were people that were paying attention, not just buying what the media was saying, and act like that they were oblivious to this bullshit. You got what you asked for. When people tried to warn you, you sat and tried to use every fucking dog whistle you could think of to discredit them. Then to top it off, you got these same morons running around trying to push this defund the police bullshit. You got people that voted for this shit in, don't want no cops, and then you're going to think the people aren't going to get fed up with this shit and turn around and start bringing the law into their own hands. See, that's the problem that nobody thinks about. The last thing you want is someone like myself or Hood or anyone else who's a decent human being to go out and do shit that they don't want to do, because we ain't going to sit and try and reason with somebody. We're just going to double tap them and call it done.
I want to be a tribal warlord. Y'all don't hit my cash up enough for me to pay my little shorty suitors though. Like,
hey, yo, I forgot what I was about to say.
Please, man, get them a jersey, bro. The shorty shooters.
I just wanted to be known, bro. I'm a Haitian, but like I said, I don't even agree with all the Haitians coming here. You feel me?
Bro,
it's not just about Haiti individually.
It's not about Haiti. Well, maybe for Trey, but it ain't about Haiti, bro. It's not about Haiti.
No, it's not about Haiti.
Because look, Zoe, we were talking about the Venezuelans just like the last 2-3 shows now, right? So Haiti is just another chapter in this drama.
Look, I understand. Believe me, if 15,000 Haitians come, hell yeah, you supposed to talk about that. I don't give if 100 Venezuelans came next day and 20,000 Haitians come through, hell yeah, you supposed to talk about that shit. But like I said, it's almost like these people were telling, just like this what your boy just said, the white dude Snowman just said, like the people were being warned about this.
I'll put it like this.
I wish there was a list of everybody who voted for on type of shit like this. Just put them on a list and be like, yo, get these people the hell out of here, because these are all commies. Because that's
those
exactly
niggas
they
don't
want
talk
to do
to
that.
me no more, bro. None of those people talk to me no more.
Me either, man.
Hey, Rebel Zoe, I'll put it like this, man. I'll give you an analogy, man. Personal situation. When I was living in Germany, I went to Grafenwehr for like 3 or 4 years, could go wherever. I'm meeting this Serbian chick in this club named Supersonic. I get to the club, freaking all these African niggas walking in front of me. And then I go up there like, no Americans. I'm like, what? No, we don't let Americans in anymore. For some fucking reason, American niggas of every persuasion, white, black, brown, and Asian, showed up from 2nd Armored Cavalry Division. Them motherfuckers started robbing, stealing, assaulting people, breaking in ATMs. So the city was like, you know what? We ain't letting Americans in no more. So that's the boat you're in right now, bro. I was just a good old American. But guess what? Some fucked up Americans showed up.
Well, that, Trey, and to add to that, the last thing you want is a country that's predominantly, white to begin with, to feel as though they're backed into a corner and to actually start putting their whiteness before everything else.
I mean, that's just like what's going on over there in London. Because it's a lot of stuff it's a lot of shit that white dudes put up with. I'm not gonna lie, they have a right to be upset. From what I've seen, they got a lot of reason to be upset.
I covered that on my Rumble when I was on punishment. I had to go to the Rumble show.
Look, y'all ain't got it. I ain't the one sitting here talking about letting everybody, everybody in. I believe me. They call me Yank. You feel me? But at the same time, like I don't know. I just wish it was a different situation. Haiti could just be like, "Yo, we finna." I don't know what the fuck. I'm talking in circles right now, but this shit is crazy.
The problem, bro, is frustrated. There's a frustration in hearing your people being discussed negatively. Because believe me, as much commentary as I give on Black culture, don't think I don't feel the awkwardness myself.
I don't feel
I don't.
Hey, Zoe. Hey, Zoe, you must be a Florida Haitian, because I hear the South in you, but I can tell that there's some Haitian in you, so you got to be a Florida Haitian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it figures. I run into a lot of you guys.
Look, like if you
Down
if
here.
you met a Florida Haitian, like a first generation like me, you probably wouldn't even like you probably wouldn't distinguish between him and your homeboy down the street because you'd be like, oh damn, they act just like if you went to
Yeah,
Miami, unless you saw the Haitian flag, you wouldn't even know who's Haitian unless they told you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Bro, I
yeah,
mean, so man, when I be up in Pesterville and Kinskoff, man, them Haitians up there be like, God damn, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers down the hill? Why the fuck do they act like that? And I'm sitting
Look,
there like, damn, they sound like me talking about niggas.
look,
yeah,
I'm telling you, if you talk to a Haitian from New York, they look that they like, what? Them Haitians down south? What the fuck?
yeah.
Them the uncooked rice. We the cooked rice over here. You feel me? Like,
Wow, that's
you
crazy.
feel me?
Hey,
That's the
hey,
uncooked rice over there. We the cooked rice over here.
don't feel bad because us Hondurans, we look at guys like Sauce Walker and Nature Boy. We look at them guys like, hey, they're trash. Don't put them on us. So,
You know
Oh
how
man, yo,
many Haitians?
Catracho,
Do you
hey,
know how
hold
many
on.
Haitians hate the fact that Kodak Black is
yeah,
famous?
Contracho. Actually, get a fluent from
It's
Roatan.
it's so many Haitians that
Oh,
hate the
sweet,
fact that
that's what's
that
up.
that that Kodak Black is a representative of Haitian in rap. There's a lot of Haitians that hate that for real. Y'all just don't know.
Yeah,
Really,
No, no,
man?
no.
So that might be
We
wrong.
know. We talk
I
about
thought
we
you
talk
know
about it
that.
in we talk about it in black culture all the time over here. You know what I'm saying? Like who gets represented and who doesn't. I mean, there ain't no more Cosby shows on TV. I mean, part of that's by
Man,
design.
Cosby was an abomination. If you ask me, Cosby show was an abomination. More like rocking Cosby.
Yeah, but I understand, Mr. O, the bad in it, but there was also good in it too. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Well,
basically
Cosby represented.
The Cosby Show showed y'all wanted to be white. That was it. Y'all just wanted to be a white fucking blackface people. You know, I found it ironic that two dark skinned black people made three light skinned red bone
Hey, you know,
dollars
hey,
over
I'm gonna
damn
tell you, back
self.
in the days, Haitian people, we idolize like
I've
the
seen that for real.
Cosbys. We Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is like a god to Haitians. You know, he like Jesus to Haitians. You feel me? Like if back in the days, if your child could sing or dance, anything like that, oh, Michael Jackson, yes, you gonna be like Michael Jackson.
With all them zippers. And I'm like this, the Cosby Show.
hey! I wanted to get this one off too. A Dirty is really a Jamaican. Y'all know how he always talking about jerk chicken, and his first name is
Oh,
O.
that
That
motherfucker's
nigga's a
really
Jamaican.
retarded.
Look,
dirty,
white
dirty,
man.
dirty, fucking yardy, man. Don't let him fool
Nah,
y'all.
I'm full. You know, I like chicken. It's like
Hey, Hood,
chicken.
ain't you half island or something like that, man? Ain't you like half tether or
St.
something too,
Kitts,
ain't you?
bro. Yeah,
Ain't you
St.
half
Kitts.
tether?
See, man, we bunch of cheddars up here, man.
Listen.
Hey,
So
dirty
I've
first
had
name
I've
O.
had this debate with my brother. Well, all of my father's sons, right? We all kind of met for the first time after he passed or whatever, right? So we had this little group chat going there, and at one point, this whole like debate thing about immigration came up, and the oldest of us, he was the brother who was like born on the island. The rest of us came from American women, right? And so he's officially like from St. Kitts because he's born there. He's an immigrant technically. And we were having this whole debate thing. He said something about when America falls, he's going home. And I'm like, see, that's that scavenger bullshit, bro. I ain't got nowhere to go. That's why I defend this shit.
Yeah,
Bro, yeah,
that's
I
real
defend.
shit
I
right
ain't
there.
going to,
That
if
that
I
was
go
him.
anywhere, I'm going with my man. I'm going back to Honduras. I'm going to Comayagua.
See that
Yeah.
that be my whole point with that shit.
Wait.
Everybody, let's go back, quote unquote, home.
Yeah,
If
I'm not.
I
I'm
fall
not
off,
going. I'm not
if
going
I
back
No,
there.
fall
Fuck
off,
I
that
think you got all
shit.
you tethers should just dig in and take up the colonizer fucking mantra.
no, man, I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
I'm.
just let me be the tribal
I'm with
warlord.
Soul Man on that one.
Look, bro, I'm gonna unite the gangs with the politicians, bro. I'm gonna be tribal warlord, bro. The logo gonna reign supreme. Y'all ain't even gonna know it's me, bro. I'm being a cut. The logo gonna reign
Yeah,
supreme. But it's me
yeah,
sending
running man going on out here.
nah, bro. Cause here's the problem, right? And this is this is why I don't emotionally tie I don't tie my emotions to my hate. My hate is righteous. My hate makes you great. Is because I hear a lot of cowardice with men,
My hate is
right?
righteous too.
And I hear a lot of avoidance, right? But I never hear the owl five. It's like, yo, I hate niggas. What you gonna do about it? I'm gonna run from them. I'm gonna fight. Nah, and slavery is the only option, bro.
Bro, we ain't got time for aisle 5, but straight to the fucking Rose Garden.
You got examples have to be made. You got to put them on.
Snowman.
I mean, snowman. That's just like
I think the
that's a
grocery
lesser
store
option.
reference would be frozen foods. Got to put it right in the freezer.
See, the
Hey,
white
you mean
man
like the
has a
tombstone?
reputation. The white man has a reputation for fear, and not only men but women. Every time a white bitch or a black bitch standing up there with a brand, they already know how to act. They know how to come correct because they know they fuck up one time. One good time, they have to go be motherfuckers in the ocean or in the backyard.
Well,
Hey,
I don't
dude, I
know
keep a
about
bag
that.
of lime and a whole freshly dug just for special occasions.
Hey, I don't know about that, Mr. O, because there's been like at least 4 or 5 like public incidents where dudes and going Chad Wheeler on his live-in girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
But that's an emotional thing. I want to like have a date for it, like they do with any execution, right? I want people to understand. I want the public to understand this is what it is. This is a sacrifice to the volcano. There are cultures that still sacrifice to the volcano. Sometimes you gotta throw a motherfucker in the volcano, bro.
Volcano is metaphor for vagina, right?
No, no, it's a real volcano.
What?
Yo, I really what? I really what?
What, Snowman?
Dude, these motherfuckers are sacrificing shit for box. That's today's
Yep.
volcano for
Now,
box.
can you
Oh, I
imagine?
get the metaphor. You're speaking in
I
metaphorical
get you like
terms.
that's not my slippery metaphor, though. I literally meant a volcano. I get what you're saying.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that though? You be celebrating Volcano Day. You're like, nah, I ain't going up there today. I'm just gonna watch on the TV.
But that's
Well,
America.
you look at
Why do you think that's not possible, though?
Why do you think that's not the most American thing you've ever said? All our
No,
holidays is
it's the
basically
most human thing because that's what people did for all of history. You think this Jesus shit is old? No, Jesus is very new. People basically been committing a human sacrifice for millennia, and it was
hey,
fucking
look,
amazing.
man.
No, I
Hey,
know
look,
that.
can you
I'm
pull
just
up
saying.
the
I'm just
picture?
saying. Can you imagine in today's environment? Like with the technology and all that stuff. You gonna be on Netflix watching
That's
Volcano
what
Day?
we would be if we were not a Christian Western nation. And if Christian Western nations didn't dominate the world, we would all be watching bloody gladiatorial combat and slave beheadings on not even cable. It would be on regular TV. Do you think if you live in Iran and they do a beheading, they put it on cable so only rich people can see it?
I
You
just
do know
miss the
that
days when
Christianity
I
has
want, I want Christians.
infiltrating us about 1,000 years too, hood. So we could be actually having flying saucers and living on other planets we want for Christianity. Just be
That's
honest
true.
with you.
Untrue,
I
because
want
there's no
Christians to
other.
go back to them days.
That's untrue, but it's an untested theory. I don't know how you explain that with any real evidence to your argument, but I hear you.
They
Good
killed
stuff.
all the
I
scientists
want
that actually
Christians.
thought like this, remember?
you say using the satellites. Wait, what?
Yeah, I heard
No,
something
no,
about
no, no. I
satellite
said they
dishes. You
killed
got to speak
all
to
the
it.
inventors and I said they killed all the good thinkers and scientists of years and years past. They already had the concept of flying cars, all these other free energies type of things, but they killed them
Oh
because they thought
man,
it was practical
Those weren't the
witchcraft.
Christians, though. I don't think the
going down the
Christians
rabbit
did
hole.
that. I think those were the other guys.
Yeah, wasn't good Christians, man. They did
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
speaking of the good Christians, why can't we go back to the days when Christians were vengeful? When Christians were like, "Hey, it's Sunday. Hey, church is over. Let's go to the hanging tree. We're gonna have the public hanging." Like,
Oh, we got too
can we
many
get those
bread
Christians
popping
back?
off.
Hey,
We got too many bread
The
popping off the Joel
Reconquista,
trees. That's why.
Reconquista is about 3 years away, maybe less. It might even
yeah,
be like 18 months. But the
But
Reconquista,
hey, if you can look, you still got the picture of the black dude at the hanging at the lynching, and that motherfucker look at that motherfucker look like he the one in charge. He looked like white people were waiting for him to be like, drop that nigga, like he in
Yeah,
charge.
I don't want to
that's
erase
my
this
guy,
picture because I may never be able to find it again if I erase it.
bro. That's my guy.
Yeah,
That's
you
gonna be
know,
me and Snowman.
but he don't look like he a regular.
he is a
Right? He
regular.
look like he in charge.
Look,
No,
they
not
got
even
the
in charge.
kids
He
right
just one of
behind
the
them.
guys.
They not scared of him. They listen. The kids know him and all. That's Ted. He's cool.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like,
I
look,
Ted.
that little boy right there on the left ain't even looking at him, man.
That's
Yeah.
plain Bisbee, man. Everybody cool with plain
Yeah,
Bisbee.
they used to that nigga.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's why he looking at the cameraman like, why you taking my picture, man? Shit.
What they ain't used to is the other 3 of them underneath hoods.
Oh, don't go there, Snowman. Don't go there.
I've
Hey,
heard
let's
some
too far
stuff.
down the rabbit hole, Snowman.
It
I've heard
is.
some stuff like that, but I thought it was a myth.
Nah, bro.
No.
Oh, we've been there. We've gone down that rabbit hole on Hood Street.
That's
Yeah,
why
if I
earlier
got some proof of
today
that, I need
when
to see that because this
Fatty
nigga
told
look
me
kind
I
of.
talk like a white supremacist, I just
Where's it
laughed.
at?
This nigga look
It was
mighty
earlier
comfy
this
around them
thing.
white people.
Say what?
I said that nigga look mighty comfy around all them hoods.
Hey man,
Hey, man.
He
know
might
where
be an
He ain't
you're
got
Anglo
to.
at,
Dutch.
bro.
He ain't got a care in
He
the
might be
world.
one of Safari small hats. He might be one of Safari small hats. That's why he blend in so well.
You go
Hey,
where you love. That's all.
hey,
It's funny you
let's
say
not
that.
forget
It's funny you
the
say that,
original
Rebel.
purpose.
Go ahead, Trey.
Oh, go ahead, my bad, bro. Now, I'll say the original purpose of the Klan was to protect Keish. One of their original missions, because
And
niggas
the
was
last
whooping that
thing,
ass so bad.
and the last thing you want, I said, is for white people to start putting their whiteness before everything else because they'll start giving black people whiteness to follow suit.
I don't know
Yeah.
about that, but go
I'm
ahead.
serious, dude, because this country's falling to shit, dude. And it's
Here's
falling to shit real fast, and a lot of it has to do with this fucking bullshit rhetoric that keeps going around. These
Hey, before
dumbass narratives that everybody keeps pushing that are
before you
nonsensical and do nothing but stifle any kind of real progress or progression in this country.
before you
right.
go, hey Trey, the table flipping Christians are making a comeback, man.
Bro, I'm with it. I mean, I don't get down with the Christian stuff anymore. You know, I mean, like, yeah, I got rid of the middleman a long time ago.
That's
But
a
I
yeah.
rock with him. I support him.
Okay.
We need it.
We'll be passing out whiteness to brothers like Oprah passes out cars to people.
But
You get a
she don't
white
do that.
card.
She
You
don't
get a
do that
white
no more.
card. You get a white card.
She don't do that no more.
Bro, that sounds like a game show we should do in the future. Who gets the white card?
Who gets white
Snowman.
privilege?
Snowman, we got to work on this game. Yeah, that'll be. We could
Dude,
do
I
a
think it'd
board
be a great
game.
game. We could do it like Jeopardy.
Like
Hey,
no,
let
it
me
could. We got to make a drinking game, like a board
No,
game.
dude, do it like the game of life.
hey let me suggest a intermission game or like intermission or even a different game. Guess that race, like what I'm saying, game show style. Guess that race.
That'd be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
You know, my answer is going to be Negro for everything.
No, because we got to talk about the Park Trust dirty
They're Negroes too,
Hey,
sir. They are Negroes too.
hey, white man. Oh, excuse me. I said white man. Hey, so like, what about an 800 credit score? Is that gonna be a Negro?
Nah, that's Asian.
No, that's going to be a top of the line, top tier, white man, and I'm talking about the Black's Laws dictionary version of white man.
No. It's gonna be an Asian. It's gonna
I
be an
was
Asian.
just to say it's gonna be an Asian.
Not
You
no
beat
white
me
man.
to it.
Y'all can barely crack it 750 Snowman. Come on, man. I've done the research.
I was about to say that. You beat me
No,
to it.
see, that's the other thing. White people are allowing way too many Asians to come over here and outshine them. They should all this bullshit of fucking white people letting everybody show them
It's
up in
y'all.
their
If
shit.
you do, it's a white
Wait,
man that going over to Asia get the white girl and put her on them up. It's y'all fault.
It's like eating
Dude, and
The
crack.
white man temperament is his
look,
fault.
Rebel.
Y'all eat that pussy, make your damn
I'm
women
not
a white
disputing
card.
that with you. I agree 100%. It is the white people's fault. They've sat back. They've laid complacent on shit for far too long. They've been fucking sitting here and coddling and holding fucking hands and giving fucking handouts and this, that, and the third. And now we're where we're at, where you got a bunch of unruly motherfuckers that don't want to listen and that are willing to fucking die over some dumb shit.
Hey,
You ever
what's
tell you
that?
what? Let me tell you the biggest mistake white man ever made. Letting
Internet.
letting white women have feminism.
I agree.
Look, it was the white man's country along with the black man's system that got this country going its downfall. I'll repeat again. I'm going with my Umar Johnson bag right now. It was a white man's country and a black man's system that destroyed this country.
Yeah.
I was about to say, the Strags got that same feminism right along with the daggone back. They were standing right hand in hand with Cheryl Steinem in the 60s.
Yeah, but you can say that, but it was some of these industrialists that paid for the propaganda to make it seem like people wanted this shit to begin with.
Now, y'all need to go listen to some Rachel Wilson. Rachel Wilson breaks that shit down. Like, Andrew, Cuck Andrew Wilson, his wife, his wife is a little more based than he is. But, yeah, she breaks that shit down for real. That shit was not a fucking color thing. That shit was a fucking woman thing. And they divided, like, basically, I'll put it like this. Feminists is who divided men along this color shit. Because once you divide the men, that was it. That's when they got all these rights.
I
Yeah, you're
agree
right
with
because the
that.
white woman was mad that the black man was able to vote before
But
her.
before
So
her,
yeah,
yeah.
they was really tripping about that shit.
Yeah.
White women have no business voting.
White women have no
No
business.
woman has a
Women
What?
have
business
no
voting
business
either.
voting, period.
No, you know the woman's vote should be the household's vote.
Oh wait, say it again, Dirty.
Right?
End of fucking story. Whatever your fucking husband says is your vote. Shut up and deal with it.
Hey, Dirty.
They need to go back to that.
Hey, Dirty, say it again.
I mean, the truth of the matter is to think about this. If you have a woman that sees, if her political ideology is that far, from one way to the other of yours, then what kind of household are you living in anyhow? I guarantee you're not getting along. You're living nothing but struggle of.
And if all women wanted to right now, they can all devise a plan and say, "Yo, we finna vote for this Kamala Harrison and fuck these niggas."
There ain't enough women. There ain't
black niggas. Fuck all of them.
Women ain't gonna go against it.
Well, look, the truth of the matter is it's like this. Women can do that. You know what? I'll give you that. You're right. There might be enough of them that they could do that. But you know what? There isn't. There ain't enough women that are willing to stand up against an army of angry fucking men that are tired of their bullshit.
Because here's the deal. Most women want dick still. Most women want dick, and most women want to be protected from Haitians and Venezuelans.
Y'all seen the blue haired dyke said she wanted to go ahead and get a nigga now, right?
Yeah. Man,
Bro, I'm telling you what. When the Haitians are at the door,
they're coming back in droves. They getting the same treatment that regular simps was getting. You know, the simp studs, they getting the same treatment, so they hating life right now. They coming back in droves. They want that dick.
Isaiah 4-1 coming to fruition. I might actually have to go ahead and fuck the studs though, because they since they didn't have been penetrated as often or as much, they might be tired in more weather. So the studs might be the new black woman choice of today. I mean,
that's the devil talking in you, nigga. That's the devil speaking through you. You need to rebuke them bitches too.
Man, bro, choke a bitch, save a life, bro. I swear to God. Look, here's the thing. Even if women thought they had a collective thought, because girls can't think, it's a gay man's thought. So it's still a man controlling them. What makes that man better than you? What makes that blow pop sucker control your girl better than you can? You know what I mean? Women ain't really do shit right. They can't do nothing right. They can't even really fuck right. They got to go to classes and learn how to suck dick.
Dude, how is it that these unruly?
They gotta go take classes on how to ride a fucking dick now, man. This is fucking sad.
And they're taking a class from a tranny.
How do you know that?
Because that's what's going on, dude. You go on any of these other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and even on Twitter, man. That's all you hear is these trans fucking women talking about how they're the ones that are teaching women how that they're better women than women. Showing women how to be women.
Trans people teach women how to put on makeup and a lot of stuff, but I don't think they teach them how to ride a weenie. Maybe though.
Bro, no, look, bro. It was a romance comedy. Back in a couple of years back, and the lady was with she had the gay dude over teaching them how to do all kind of stuff with their dude, and the boyfriend came over thinking they was messing around with the dude and got in a fight with it, but with a punk beat him up in the movie.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I can't remember the name of it. I saw that scene. I remember that scene.
To the hanging tree.
The hanging tree.
I think there should be one outside of every courthouse in America.
I'm just saying, like, look, your girl bring a fucking dude over and fucking trick you with that shit, and you find out at the wrong time. I'm sorry, like, hey, judge, what happened? What happened, Mr. Sir? Well, shit, this is what happened, Your Honor. Boom. Okay, not guilty.
Well, look, Trey. See, that's where I think a lot of folks went wrong was they started hanging people in private instead of doing it right out in public. It was the private shit, the hiding it, that made it look bad. Do it right out in fucking public, man. Have the fucking balls. Have a spine. Put it right out there for everybody to see that you're done fucking around.
Yeah, you got to make the example, bro. I'm with that, bro. I'm not a Christian man. I am a religious man, and I do believe that when you put your law with your religion, that it's easy to, hang them. Look,
what keeps the world from going to war, right?
There was a point in time, right?
The threat of war is what keeps us from going to war with other nations.
Under the great wisdom of white men. I'm gonna give white men a shout out real quick. There used to be beat your wife Sunday, where you take your wife to the courtyard steps and you beat her in front of other people because
you're allowed to use a stick no bigger than your thumb or no thicker than your thumb, and you can't leave marks above her neck.
Right. And you could beat your wife, and that's what life is supposed to be because she's your toddler. Now we have a whole generation of women who beat their children, but the man can't beat their adult size.
Well, I blame that on the boomers. Boomers wanted to beat and neglect us, and then when they were worried about us doing it to their grandkids, they invented CPS.
Oh shit! I ain't never think about that shit.
I agree with that. We have no
Damn,
debate
you
on that.
you
We
taught me
have to.
something.
We got to go back, bro. We have to skip that generation back to when things were pure and you can beat your girl, because that's the only way the nation progresses. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna shut that. Since the moment you couldn't beat your girl anymore, when OJ Simpson hopped in that white Bronco with his homeboy AC, right? And they made such a penalty for you not to be able to train your toddler, right? At that moment, American culture stopped. Outside of technology, American culture stopped. Same movie, same style of clothes, same music, same everything. We're in a loop of 1993. Ever since the day you could stop choking your chick. If you choke your chick, we will become a more progressive nation again.
You got to phrase that better because it sounds too, like in my mind, I completed the word chicken. And so I know you didn't say chicken, but my mind automatically completed the word for me. And
I
so
think you need to
it was
bring.
on
My bad.
auto response. So like, I think you got to phrase it better.
Train your toddler and the
Yeah.
world will progress again as it did. We were the most innovative nation in on the globe. China was right there too. Germany.
We need to bring fear back. Fear is a good regulator. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
When
If your
you don't
child
choke your girl, you just like
if
this.
your
You just
girl
like a
or your
foolish person.
if your girl or your child know, hey, if I let somebody in this house or I do some crazy shit, I'm about to get my ass killed or in the fear of getting killed, I ain't finna do a goddamn thing. You know how many times I didn't get in trouble because I was thinking about what could have happened?
Hey, bro, that's why I said earlier, man. You know what's the threat of war is what actually keeps the world from actually going to full on war. You know, it's the
But all
threat
countries are
of
built different.
what it's the threat of the actual weapons of that we have that can actually destroy the entire planet. That's what keeps us from warring the way we probably would in any natural capacity. We need to do that when it comes to the bullshit in America. The threat of fucking being lynched, the threat of being tied to the fucking bumper of a pickup truck and drugged down the fucking road. That needs to be a reality. These people need to do that.
That was a little too much.
Yeah,
That was a very
that was
specific
right.
reference.
Hey,
Mississippi burning ish.
I'm just
speaking of,
saying, man, that the only thing that most of these motherfuckers understand is violence
no, like that's why you
and
gotta give it
force.
to them. That's why you gotta give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, but
The
but
shit, the shit of where we got cops who have their hands tied, they can't do nothing, that are afraid to fucking do anything because you know as soon as somebody's caught doing something, it's I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not for the state having a monopoly on force though. So like, you know what I'm saying? You come
No,
on my
but
property with
the police officers have to be able to do their fucking job, though,
no, but
man.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't want the state to have a monopoly on force. I want to be able to do things myself too. And then like to this dude on screen, yo, like why you starting a fire with all this like without any clearing? You got to clear out like the area you're gonna start the fire at. You got
No,
like
I get it. I get it. It's like a
you got leaves and stuff
demonstration video.
everywhere. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, I just realized that is that's the driest field in the world. You're absolutely right. But no, this is one of our listeners though. This is Urban Aboriginal, and he does like survivalist content, so he knows how to do like a lot. Like everything he's wearing, I'm assuming he made himself because a lot of his content is how to handcraft stuff, how to actually survive when things go dark.
I ain't gonna lie,
And so
cause
I was
I
just
was gonna
putting this
ask.
man makes fire video on while we talk about it
Hey,
because
yo,
I
and
want
Hey,
the
my
show is
boy look like
chill.
he got on the air moccasins, my nigga.
He
Hey,
do.
you know
I'm
what's so
telling you, he probably
He
made it
got the
all
air
himself.
moccasins on.
well,
you know
look, and
what's
the
so
thing
crazy
is
about
that
brothers when they do this?
there needs to be more people like him doing that. Because look, the
Man,
reality of shit is there's too many people that seem to think that if the grid goes down, yada yada yada, that we lose everything, that they'll be able to survive. Most people are gonna
So
fucking die within the first 2 weeks.
no, like it's like
2 weeks, I
72
say
hours,
5 days.
man. It's like 72
5
hours.
days.
First,
I'm being real. I'm just being realistic about it. I give it 2 weeks, and
no, no, no,
most people are
no,
going to be gone.
no.
Simply because,
They've
well, hold
done the
on,
war
dude.
games about it.
Let me
They
finish
done,
landing my plane, and then you can rebut. All right. And the reality of it is, most people that they think that all it takes is going out in the fucking woods, playing hide and seek, shooting a couple deer, and you're good to go. And that ain't that is not how it is. Most motherfuckers don't know how to preserve any kind of meat without storing it in a freezer. Most people don't know how to can anything. And if they do know how to can, most of them don't know how to do it without electricity and a pressure cooker. Most people don't know how to tan leather. They don't know how to sew. They don't know what plants they can eat. They don't know what plants they can be used as medicine. I mean, there's so many fucking just little intricate things that people fucking, they don't know how to take anything and actually make clothes out of it. They're fucked.
Shout out to Boy Scout.
Yeah, I love it.
Hey,
I said 5 days. That's exactly why I said 5 days.
Hey,
Snowman.
but the first 72 hours, man, like you're gonna have a significant amount of people, like you know what I'm saying, like not exist anymore. You talking about a week? Oh, you said 2 weeks. You're being very generous.
I am, just simply because, and I say that simply because in urban areas, you're still going to have enough people that have things and people that'll be able to take things. So it's going to take a while, a little bit longer, I believe, in urban areas for the fallout. Now, once you get out into the rural areas, you know, where a lot of these subdevelopments are going, I think that out there, yes, you're looking at like maybe 72 to maybe 4 days.
I disagree.
Hey,
I disagree because if you don't have the
5 days maximum.
Hold on, one at a time.
Hold
up. True hype first, and then Rebels will follow up. One at a time, please. True hype.
Yeah, like if you don't have the trucking system to bring stuff in to say like New York, like all that dries up in like maybe like a day and a half because
you're just talking, sir. You're just talking about what's in the store, though.
Snowman, let him go. Snowman, let him finish.
I mean, that's pretty much it. That's the point I wanted to make. I mean, like, cause like if there's no trucks to go in to maintain that, maybe a day and a half to 2 days, and you're talking about the panic too, like sets in. So now everybody's going to be in like kind of horde mode. It's going to be worse than be worse than toilet paper during COVID, man.
Look, I get what you're saying, and I agree as far as, you know, the supply chain and the stores, but you're still going to have a very huge amount of people that have a at least a decent amount of just shit they can survive on that other people are going to come and take. It's going to happen. That's why I'm saying that's why I'm pushing it off a little bit longer, because there being more of a population density and there being the likelihood of more supplies that people have in their home.
Wait. You mean to tell me like these people in these inner cities that are on Section 8, they got a bunch of supplies that
I'm not talking about, dude. I'm not.
Hold on. Rebels though. You were trying to jump in there a second ago.
Yeah, I lean towards Snowman a little bit more on that right there, because I do believe if a situation like that, it will be like hordes of people or even like gangs that will like hit those department stores and try to sell that stuff on the street for just like for whatever values or whatever they think they can get for it. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that right there. But I remember like within like a generation. I remember in the '90s, even as a teenager, even in the suburb areas, people used to have gardens in their backyard all the time. And now you go to anybody's house, they ain't growing shit in the yard. They don't even have a fruit tree. Back in the days, there would be like 1 or 2 fruits in the yard or something, like orange tree or something like that. There is absolutely none of that no more. You can't walk
Shout
down the
out to my
street,
mom. She taught me all
pick
that
up an
shit, man.
orange or some shit like that off the street and everything. Like, yeah, my generation, I'm 43. Yeah, I still had that in me right now. If I wanted to go in the backyard and start a garden and stuff like that.
I do every
But
year.
I remember back in the days as a kid, I would say almost 75% of the houses I went to, they was growing something in the yard. Collard greens, something in the yard. They were green beans, something. You know what I'm saying? So I lean towards what what's name was saying a little bit, because like I say, there's gonna be some people that gonna take some food and try to sell it like idiots.
Yeah, I mean, you can try to, but what's the point of money? It's gonna have to be useful stuff.
No, but
Because I mean, like,
somebody gonna be like, they're gonna be like, you got that gun with no bullets. You can take this
Right,
food
yeah.
right
It's
here.
not going to be a money sale.
Yeah, it's going to be the three most important things in my opinion are going to be bullets, water, and food.
It's gonna be gang war and
exactly.
bartering.
Bullets and stuff. They're gonna be like, yo, give us that
Bullets,
9
water,
right there.
food.
That ain't got no
Fuel.
bullets. And then somebody else
fuel.
looking for it, they're gonna be like,
Fuel,
give us
yeah.
that
Every
bullet.
time, all these scenarios go back to our philosophy. It's gonna go back to gang banging and bartering.
But to be honest with you, I think bullets and water. I think bullets and water will be the two most valuable things that a person can have.
Yeah.
Hey, but
We've had 10 years. We saw it for 10 years on The Walking Dead. Basically.
Oh, like Tyrone said, meds, antibiotics. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Antibiotics are going to be freaking like gold.
But cities and population cities like that are full of useless eaters. The majority of people will be gone.
Bro. We're gonna miss penicillin so bad.
Dude, you can go to Tractor Supply, Rural King, and buy penicillin, amoxicillin, shit like that right there. They just give you the kind that they give to animals, which is the same kind they give to humans.
Really? Where is that at? Where is that at?
Tractor Supply? I know where several of those. Thank you.
Like a farm.
Snowman.
Yeah.
So you got me looking. Snowman, you got me on Amazon right now looking up like little foraging books and stuff like that, little edibles and stuff like that. Like natural penicillin medication stuff like that.
Look up this book right here. It's called The Old Ways.
I know about that.
That's a really good one. That's a really good book.
That's actually what we have on the screen right now. This is why I was kind of segueing into this last part of the show. We have some of the old ways being demonstrated on screen. He's actually right now. This video we're watching. I'm not showing I'm not playing the audio.
He's cooking down beef fat.
No, I think that's probably some kind of sealant. He's probably making some kind of sealant because he's actually making
is it pine resin? That's probably pine resin.
It might be something like that because he's making a water pouch. I forget what you would call it, but he's making a pouch out of leather that you can carry water in. So I imagine
he's putting wax around that cork the way it seals it.
Yeah, that's
like
probably what that is. Detox. But yeah, the old ways are the ways.
But look, like for instance, the reason why I thought that last big brisket I got, man, what I did is, you know how you get anybody that's cooked brisket that you got to trim up almost a quarter of it off. You know what I'm saying? And that quarter is going to have a bunch of fat and with little bit of meat scattered through it. A lot of people throw that shit away. I didn't. I sat and took all that fat and I cooked it down in a pot. And then what you get out of that is you get fresh beef lard.
Tallow, not lard. Tallow.
If you see me in front of
you know it ain't. Lard comes from pigs, bro.
Okay,
we make it.
What the fuck ever. It's fucking natural grease that ain't gonna make you sick.
Yeah.
Free zone. If you see me in Tractor Supply, I'm getting me a fat white girl.
And then on top of it, the meat that cooks down while you're cooking down that fat to make it into grease turns into hash. So now you got hash and grease coming out of it.
What do you mean hash?
Beef hash.
Oh, okay.
Not dad hash.
I'm like, you can't make that from cows.
Hey, look, Hood went to another lifetime, man.
Right. Looks like you got to throw that in the dryer, and
I'm just saying I bought the brisket I bought was a big. It was like a 15, 20 pound brisket. After I trimmed it up, I probably had about maybe 11, 12 pounds of it left, but none of it went to waste because I used it all.
Yeah, we get the trimmings, man. I'm just fucking with you. We go and get the trimmings straight from the butcher, the local butcher out in the cut, because nobody wants that stuff. So we go get the trimmings from the beef and the freaking pig, and we turn it in. We got tons of that lard and freaking tallow.
You just got to make sure if you make a bunch of it that you seal it right, because that shit will fucking mold.
I would like to say this. I'm not living in the forest. I like whole videos, bro.
Dude, it ain't about living in the forest. It's about the over waste of shit that we get. We waste so much shit that we buy that we should be using.
No, I get that. I get that part. No, I was talking about the adventurer guy who was about to burn the forest and Smokey the Bear had to come out. Because of there's already self-sustaining equipment out here. They even have a machine that takes the moisture out the air and condenses it so you can have drinking water.
Like they've been doing that since Vietnam.
Right. They have ways in which if you build from scratch, and men supposed to be builders, right? If you build from scratch, you can be self-sustaining.
If you build it, they will come.
Right. And then you'll have a plantation. No, you'll have a plantation. They gonna come. No, I ain't Diddy too, because somebody gonna come. If you useless, you better be useful.
No Diddy.
It's gonna be some coming. But
wow.
You starting to become really suspect, bro.
Hey, no, ain't no starting, man. Like, hey, he been telling some stories, man, as of late.
Nah, bro. Not that Masonic story. Nah, that's because I'm goddamn Prince Hall niggas.
He a fan.
That's them Prince Hall niggas. But
I mean, Jesus Christ, first fucking fatty gets his fucking O-ring pushed back by a tranny, and now you're fucking talking.
Whoa. Wait, what happened?
It was in
That was a
a
lie.
debate.
Nobody ever made that charge.
Nigga,
So, man,
what?
you went out.
No, nigga, what?
Yeah, it was virtually through a debate. It pushed his O-ring all the way back.
Whoa.
Respectfully, Fatty,
Hey,
respectfully.
you.
Respectfully and metaphorically.
Yes.
That is
Dude, I've been giving him shit. Dude, I've been giving him shit since that stream. I jumped up on the panel and I was like, damn, you just got fucking raped with no lube or nothing, bro. She put some 120 grit sandpaper on her dick and went at it.
Wow.
Hey, you bring a tranny on the stream, you got to be ready for what's coming next.
Oh man, see,
y'all got no
Jesus
chill, huh?
Christ.
Just wow.
Yeah, this is why you need. Everybody needs guy friends to remind them when they do something gay. Just because sometimes you didn't know, and they be like, "Hey, man,
you've been doing and saying a lot of gay shit."
That's just wow.
And
I
not
wasn't even talking about guys. I'm like shit. The guys gonna be the workers, man. I'm looking out for the guys. Slaves for everybody, bro. Slaves for everybody.
and not them guys that was on the video
gay
the
niggas
other
carry
day.
cotton too, huh?"
He said there's no way to respectfully say that.
Hey, and not the guys who were on that video the other day, man. Talking about you gotta have a gay friend. Like, no, you don't.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh nah, yeah, that was hamping them. That was a different stream. That was a different stream I was commenting on, but that was funny as hell too, bro.
You know what's so weird about that, bro? When you're an adult, it don't matter. Like and Hood said it during that stream, right? If you grew up with someone and they turned out to be gay, but your relationship was pre-gayness, all right, cool. Like he was talking about cousin. I got a boy I knew since we was in 6th grade. I mean, 6 years old. We was in Cub Scouts together, right? And he went to college and came back, and I'm like,
oh, that's what he's doing. He's lining the inside of that pouch with
like a wax.
With a wax.
Speed wax. Go ahead, finish, dirty folks.
Yeah, so like some people get grandfathered in, but as an adult, you get to choose your own friends, right? That's what they say. You judge a man by his 5 friends, right?
What would that be, a grandfather instead of a grandfather get grandfathered in?
That's crazy.
Sons of Tranarchy. You're fucked up, Clue.
That's terrible, man.
That's crazy. You guys are savage, by the way. You know, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the homophobia.
Hey, dude, I'm just trying to keep you on the straight and narrow, dude. I mean, it's bad enough that back in the fucking early 90s, you got allegedly got trapped and lost in the only gay neighborhood in fucking Chicago. I think that's suspect alone.
He almost got abducted too. Don't remember that. Don't forget that one, man.
And let's not forget about him being on a date with a guy went on 3 dates with a dude and didn't know he was going on dates.
Yeah,
all my life I had to fight.
That was some Prince Hall Masons, bro. I'm telling you, I'm kicking it. They're like, man, we got to vet you. We hanging out, we buying pizzas and everything, bro.
Hey, look, to the left turn. Hey, gave him food and drink, man. Like about 2-3 times, man.
I mean, how do you know by the second take that you're not on a date? I'm just saying, man.
You know
hey, ain't nothing in this life free, dirty.
Said a nigga never tried to date him before.
Hey, ass, gas, or grass, no one rides for free.
nigga tried to take the slow way and shit.
hey, but you know what though? I almost fought a girl over there, right? As an adult, right? Because I'm like, yo, I'm about to go hang out with my guys. Oh, she was like, oh, you're going on a guy date. Nigga, I blanked out. I'm like, bitch, you don't know my history. Oh,
see, like how you trying to warn him about these sanctuary cities. Someone was trying to warn you and you didn't listen.
Nah,
you had a bromance. You had a bromance on Dirty Folks.
Nah, Dirty didn't watch the PSAs, man. That was made for him.
Dirty never made it. Dude, Dirty never made it.
I'm gonna cover those PSAs in full one night because it wasn't just that one. There's a handful of them that are extra crazy.
Dirty must not have ever made it to the pawn shop episode of what's that? Pulp Fiction, where Marcellus Wallace ended up, getting his own thrown out.
But bro, here was my problem, right? I had been so popular for so long. I just thought people was cool with me, like good shit was supposed to happen. Like, cool, man. Y'all having a peace. I'll slide through.
That nigga said everybody loves me. That shit sounds so fucking innocent, bro.
Yeah, man. I was young and dumb, man. I was popular. I'm like, everybody loved me, man. They just,
Maybe cough up on my damn blunt, bro.
But you know what I learned from those experiences, though? They always work around kids. All them guys I met, they be like, yo, you like this? They like. They the Park District.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what. I figured out what was
We're
in
not
that
allowed to
briefcase.
talk about these things because we might have to debate one of these people and
No,
be
bro, I'm
polite or
dead ass. Like
respectful.
the first guy when he was talking about the 3 days I went on, I met that dude at the Abraham Lincoln Center, and I know
Dude, that didn't scream gay.
And they had a midnight basketball league, and he was like, "Man, you like basketball?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, you seem like a cool nigga. I get you in for free, bro. It costs $95."
Look, I'm convinced that was in that. What was in that briefcase that freaking Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta was carrying was Dirty's Innocence. That's what was in there.
Hey, for real,
Yeah, I think
bro.
that was Marcel's Lost Soul, though. I'll quick check it if that was Marcel's Lost Soul, but go ahead.
Nah, for real. So the first time they got me with
Dirty's Innocent, same thing.
And then the second time I was at Ogden Park, and the dude was like, he had the Masonic channel. I'm like, yo, man. He was like, yeah. He was like, oh man. And I was with my.
You talking about right now, C7 nigga? You talking about you was at the field house about to go ahead and go? Oh wow, you about to be at the
I was at the field house. He was like, yo, you look weights, whatever. He was like, you look swole. You lift weight. I'm like, yeah, I be lifting weights. He was like, man, I give you a free membership, bro.
You didn't know who was dude. The man. He's probably saying he was saying that shit
down after a workout
and all that shit.
Yo, they be offering me gifts and you know,
he looked like a man show off of fucking Idiocracy too, didn't he?
You let that nigga sex play you, Dirty?
Man, Dirty, you ain't supposed to take nothing for police. You know how you get down.
They was 1990s gays. They weren't the flamboyant gays. They was like, they was gays.
Oh,
they was female gays.
They was the worst ones in the 90s, wasn't it?
I'm not. Hey, but
no, nothing worse than thug gay.
Right, it wasn't no gay there, but no, they was working gay. They was working at the, at the park districts, the different park districts and schools. They were like, oh, yeah. And they offer you shit like, man, you seem cool, dog. You want to come through?
Dude, if a guy asks you if you want a piece of chocolate, you say no.
I was outside.
I really don't like the dark turn that the stream just went through. I don't know how we stepped through the looking glass somehow.
Hey, they offer you a mojito, Dirty folks.
I blame it on Dirty and his fucking side quests.
Because you went on that, you brought Fatty on, man. You brought Fatty on, and there it is. You took it there.
I guess it was my fault. I'll take the L on that.
Yeah, bro, my side quests do be crazy though, but they be innocent, bro. I just be minding my business. People be like, yo,
they're not innocent. Ain't nothing on Grand Theft Auto innocent.
Hey, look, y'all heard the Dave Chappelle when he said he go outside. Somebody be like, we got 3 butt naked girls.
Grand Theft Auto is basically modeled after Chicago. Your hood.
Ain't nothing innocent. Almost having that's something about a Johnson moment.
Hey, Dirty got that bait look. He look like bait to him.
Oh damn!
Sweet, juicy bait.
Bait banger.
Man, like them dudes, like I can smell them. I can smell them from here.
Nah, man, they like turning the thuggish dudes out, man. It's something about them. Yeah, they like, I don't know what it is.
Omar, they got an Omar test.
Hey, listen, I had a cat from the old neighborhood that I used to hang out with from time to time. We had like a little dance and party crew, and one of the cats that used to hang out with us, he was a black soul, right? So ultra gang banging, tough, street dude.
And he was gay as shit, wasn't he? Maybe not.
On Boss Royce.
Yo, people be dropping off at the worst moments. I swear, that just left me. I'm like, what was he?
The Rainbow Mafia. Dude, the Rainbow Mafia found his location. We need to send someone out to check on him.
Yeah, man. Black soul, so that's automatic.
I just have a question. This Patty here. I have a question for a food conservative. So if I'm not qualified to speak on manosphere, I can understand. I'm not qualified. Then will it be better if you substitute me for Dirty Folks? That's all I want to know. Given the stories that we have just heard on the panel, the kind of wild stories never happened to me. Never happened to me. I'm a lot straighter than Dirty Folks has suggested. But can we trade him for me? Would you say anything if we traded him for me?
Hey, yeah, I would because Dirty's the homie, so I gotta go with the homie. That's just, that's
I have to say I have to pick the homie too, man.
Hey, Free Zone, that's way too good. That's way too good, man.
Yo, I was at first.
Good boy.
You know what was wild about that whole thing, bro? Because I know you were there and you were listening to some of that, right?
Dude, I listened to all of it.
What you're referring to was a very weird. I guess we're gonna make this little conversational shift now because this was funny as hell, bro. And I didn't know what the fuck to think. I couldn't think anything good about this. Let's put it this way. But so I'm talking to Fatty about the whole thing or whatever, the stream yesterday. And like I said, you guys gotta follow that. You gotta find me on Rumble. And that's the
I
only
didn't
way.
notice that. I didn't notice that you actually did a stream about Fatty. I gotta go back and watch that.
And it wasn't all about Fatty, but he was like the focus of it. So there was a buildup. I did like a good hour and a half of content before.
Oh, so you made him wait out in the chat while you were sitting in. You're a dick.
Well, listen, you know me. I try to make a point, and I use as much evidence and video to tell the story. And that's what I did. And I was talking about how masculinity, one, there was this weird masculinity thing where they trying to make niggas less masculine. And I talked about studs and all that shit. And then I got to Fatty having that debate with the transgender thing, right? And the thing was, I was saying to Fatty, look, and I was saying in my video, actually, if you believe in transgenderism as a thing, you can't speak for the manosphere, right? That's really what Free Zone's referring to. And Fatty kind of took a little issue with that shit. And I'm like, listen, you said you don't actually believe in transgenderism, so that's that. But when I'm doing my stream and I'm hearing you say, you know, she this and she that, I'm like, hey, listen, if you believe in that trans shit, you can't speak for the manosphere, right? And so look, this is one of the things that came out of that. Basically, if I reject associations with transgenders, I'm not allowed to fuck lesbians either.
Well, then if lesbians reject men, they aren't allowed to have any vibrators or dildos to stick inside of themselves. No, no cucumbers, no zucchinis, no bananas.
You're going a little bit past. You went past the stop. Hold on. You took the train past the stop. Just think about this for a second. And this is what I could not understand the connection from their point. And we spent a while on this issue, but basically one of their points was if I reject transgenderism, then somehow it's hypocritical and I wouldn't deserve to be manosphere president if I were to sleep with a lesbian woman. I'm like, well, how do you equate rejecting a transgender with like sexual activity with a woman? And if I'm having sex with a lesbian, that's actually heterosexual behavior. Like, why is that a knock? I don't get how you connect these things. It was the weirdest shit, bro.
Okay, I get the philosophy, but the philosophy is that women are real people, right? That they mansplained gayness, right? They said if you can't be with two men can't be together, you can't be with two women.
They groom their sons to be gay and then shame them when they become gay.
Right. So what you did is you fell into the trap of women are real people, right? Like they real human beings. The actual answer is there's no such thing as a lesbian. They're just rude people that spin on each other. Then they come back 2 years later. Pregnant.
That would have been useful. That would have been a useful tactic to deploy at that moment. I think that might have helped the conversation on my behalf. However, let me say this. Outside of that framework, though, let me say this, right? I don't know that I'm acknowledging that women are real people per se, because it was purely about having sex with a woman.
That's real people, you know what I mean?
Having sex with women is what women are for, though, right? So it's like I'm not really adding to the purpose beyond that, and that's being equated to talking to this transsexual guy. I don't know how these two things are on the same scale together.
Hey, who was an advocate for marriage apparently on there, and like supported women having whole phases? I'm like, what? That is antithetical.
Dude, imagine that though. That's a dude and his brain is literally trying to make him think feminist and completely rewire his brain. Think about that.
And that's what I'm like.
He was saying that was wild.
We can always make room for a woman who's sexually useful, right? There's no room for you anywhere at any scheme on any level. If I'm building the world from the ground up, I have no use for you. I mean, I hate to say it. Even in my utopia, there are probably going to be some hoes because life is difficult.
Well, look, the problem that we have is we changed the fucking term of mental health to transgenderism or lesbianism or fagism or whatever ism you want to make it.
Right, that last isn't a medical term. I'm going to need you to refer to medically accepted lingo, sir.
Right, personal triggers, mental illness, the personal preference.
But anyhow, what I'm saying is, we need to go back to fucking calling it what it is. Mental illness. They're not a trans. They're fucking mentally unstable.
You know, once upon a time, all of homosexual behavior was considered a mental illness.
It's deviance.
It's definitely.
So y'all agreeing with the dude with the small mustache that was in Germany almost 100 years ago?
Hey, dude, when I heard what he had to say in English, I couldn't find any flaws in his logic.
Don't disparage my uncle.
Hey, that's my guy. He's my number 2 right after Napoleon. It's that guy.
All through high school, I thought he was the most horrible person on the planet. While you were getting your underwater basket weaving degrees, you had problems with him. Now all of a sudden you're woke and you ain't got no. Now he's your family.
Yeah, bro. Listen, this is what happens when I stop watching the History Channel and I just listen to his speeches on AI. AI Uncle H is the man.
My fucking family tree down.
No, you know what happened with me, bro? I said to myself, because you know I'm black, right? But I can read, so I don't feel comfortable around the colors, right?
You can't read.
Shut the fuck up. So I said, man, no prophet is respected in their own land. And then I started looking at all the great people. I'm like, okay, the dude that took over Germany was from Austria. The dude that took over France was from a little island outside of Sicily. He went in Sicilian. He was on an island outside of that. Man, you got the dude that sell the most books and the most jewelry ever. He went back to the crib and got deleted by his neighbors. And the only person that cried for him was a prostitute. His man set him up. You know what I'm saying? The big Jesus dude, right? You got Benjamin Franklin. Ben Franklin is such a traitor. He went to 3 different nations. Was like, come on, man, it's your boy Ben. He going to war with Britain while he in Britain sleeping with 11-year-old boys.
Faggot.
Like, how crazy is that? Yo, we going to war, but you know, I got my little sugar baby down there. I got to slide through. They be like, all right, Ben, it's cool. Like,
man, that's crazy.
That is nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
That's nasty work.
I know, right? So I look at these idols, these great
Where do you
things.
got to be in life to put the pieces of the puzzle together for them to fit like that, Dirty?
Bro, because I look at these great men and I say,
there's nothing great about somebody who is getting diddled by boys.
Take the diddle part out, right? Everybody put people in ovens and stuff. I'm saying I looked at the extremes these great men did, and I said, you know what? I don't think I'm going far enough. I need to find my extremity. These are great men. They did wild shit. They're great men.
I think maybe for the next probably 2 generations, we need to just fucking medically castrate everyone so they can't breed no more.
Damn, everyone?
You know,
everyone.
David Drencher. Let me tell you something. Had you been Tribe don't pay for nothing, B. I'm smart enough to be American. I don't belong to the state. I'm not a citizen. I am American. I am a nationalist. I put a plate on my, I don't need no sticker, no say sticker, no nothing. I just ride and they can't stop me. It's a close to diplomatic plates, because the diplomatic places will set me free, because then I can just delete people and hop in the car that can't pull me over. But right now I can't get no tickets. I'm like one step under diplomatic plates.
All right, you can't get these fools out of Chicago, man. You take them out, and these motherfuckers are like in a hurry to get back.
Nah, not really, bro.
Hey, so I like Dirty. I hear what you're saying, man. But in your past, man, you've been one of the habituals. So I'm gonna take what you're saying about tags.
I still don't believe
tags
you
and
like
licenses.
white women.
Hey, tags and licenses, man. I'm just gonna look at you until I see that paperwork, man.
It's totally legit, bro.
Hey, Hood. Between all these Chicago niggas, these Chicago niggas gonna have all your streams sent to Rumble, bro. I'm just gonna tell you that.
Right.
You better call some Venezuelans and run them out of here, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, what we do, man?
They don't even realize the shit they saying is wild.
What I need of you, I thought we was family, fam.
Hey, yo, when man, a couple dudes sold some jewelry and had some t-shirts. Man, the Bible is the #1 selling book ever, bro. I'm jealous.
Dude, I don't want your fake ass jewelry. It's gonna turn my neck green.
Well, it ain't the whole jewelry. It's charm, bro. He sell charms. Come on, man. In the Jesus piece with my piece. You know what I mean? They can hear rap songs and everything, bro. Black women love him. They want to marry him. When they can't get a man, they be like, Jesus, my husband.
All black women want to marry pedophiles.
Hey, yo, why you selling charms, man? That's too much work. All you gotta do is tie some rocks on the strings, man.
Hey, and if it makes y'all feel any better, just living outside Detroit, I feel the same about Detroit niggas because they say the wildest shit too, and they don't even know it's wild.
Damn, I just know you in that
go ahead.
Detroit and Chicago are like cousins.
Yeah, they cousins, bro.
That's
Just
crazy.
short drive away.
Dude, you outside of Detroit?
They're all the stepchildren of Alabama.
Dude, you outside of Detroit?
Well, not right now. No, I moved out of Detroit, but
I was going to say if you are, we need to go raid one of Anton Daniels' meetups that he has.
He has meetups.
Yeah, all the time in Detroit.
I'm not jumping out the chance. I'm not jumping at the chance to do that.
No, I would
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things I could think of that I'd rather be doing with my time.
I would love to go fucking just colonize one of his meetups just to see what happens.
Yeah, man, you ain't. You serious about that?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll make that happen, man.
Absolutely, I would.
Hey, shoot me an email, man. I'll send you my number, man, and then we'll make that happen for you.
I'm offended, bro, because I used to be in Detroit all the time, man. Got people in Inkster and Farmington Hills and Indian Trail.
Yeah, but he does meetups all over the country. He does meetups all over the country.
I feel offended, bro. He said shooting shots like Midwestern people don't know what we say. I just told y'all what God loves, and y'all don't love God. That's crazy.
Hey, look, hey, Mike. Hey, I'm not slandering Detroit. There was no Detroit slander that came from me, but you know what it is, bro. You know what it is, man. They say wild shit too. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
my convince came out the clouds quick.
I'll put my email on the back, Hype. You grab it and shoot me an email. Because for real, dude, honestly, I've been wanting to see if a lot of these cats that sit and say that they don't have a problem with white people and whatnot and whatever. I'd like to see what they would do if a white person showed up to one of their little, soirees.
Yeah, but why would I mean?
Wait a minute. Wait, white people or white guys? Because I mean, Anton did have Pearl up.
So. White guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Basically, someone like me. I'm just curious to see if people, if folks are staying in business.
Keep that same energy,
right?
Keep that same energy.
Well, I'm trying to see what he's trying to like. I
want to see if he would if it would be kosher or if it'd be one of them things where you got to go type shit. That's all I want to see.
Snowman gonna show up on some Mr. Michael energy. What are you guys doing here?
Man, gonna look like a damn wrestler.
I'm the Angry Snowman News Network, and I'm here to ask a few questions.
It's gonna look like one of the wrestling promos, man.
Right.
He'll show like damn Macho Man.
Oh shit! Hey,
I mean,
right.
He was on Dr. Phil's.
Anton don't have smoke for us. What I want to see is if he's really, non-biased about shit. That's what I want to see. I want to see if he's really that guy. Because people act different when they're around a bunch of people that look like them, and then somebody shows up.
Hey, check the temperature, bro.
Dude,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. In the scope of this conversation,
smile for me.
What the heck?
Smile over to you. Go like this. Did you eat that cat?
Wait, what?
Did you eat it? No, why'd you kill it? Did you guys see all this?
No, we pulled up and she was just laying there with me.
Did you see her eating
it? Be high as fuck in a minute.
Yeah, she was.
You call the Humane Society, see if they'll come pick this cat up. It's deceased. What did you do?
Whoa.
Why'd you kill the cat?
Eat that fucking cat's brain.
Smile for me. Smile over to you. Go like this.
That's got to be that fucking crocodile.
The beat up ceased to amaze me.
Yeah, that's that. That's
I mean, they probably
Wait, whoa, he ate a cat?
No,
she ate a cat. Yeah,
she ate a cat.
Yeah, she ate a cat.
Jesus.
Yeah, bro.
It looked like she ate the fucking dome piece of a cat.
Hey, look, man, like motherfucking Dr. Seuss would be amazing.
Nah, so nobody's blaming Haitians for that one. I think she really spazzing out because a Haitian would have cooked them and prepared them in a nice meal.
She might be half Asian. You don't know.
I think she's Even in Asian, they probably have delicious cat recipes that they just don't
do,
tell us.
man. I'm
They
telling
just
you.
don't tell us because they know we're not really into that kind of shit. And I imagine listen, Zoe, we're not blaming the Haitians on this. I just put that out right. Oh, this is Ohio body cam. Holy shit.
I just put it
Holy
in just to
shit.
be
This is
funny.
Ohio. Wait. Now I got to think this over.
Ohio body cam, bro. That's the
Yeah,
name.
Please
bro.
don't
We
let
was
say,
talking
please
about the
don't be
And
Ohio
that's why I'm glad I
Haitians.
moved out of Ohio, man, because that state is going to shit.
Damn, Ohio looking crazy, like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Ohio is fucked, man. Just bad. It's bad.
Got the
You know what?
orange.
It's just their turn. It's just their turn to
But
have a
nah,
spotlight
I
on
think
them.
she really
This shit
spazzing
is
out
When
though.
everywhere.
does their turn end, though?
It doesn't.
Because it's been
It
their
doesn't.
turn since 1992, and all the jobs went to Mexico.
Well, it's been a turn
Yeah.
since Rockefeller left, bro. Y'all
You know
found some
what? You're right.
oil and then he left. And
No, man. For a minute, Ohio was a fucking booming state, dude. For real.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything went through Ohio. Most of the auto industry, most of the industrial. I'm talking like GE, freaking Whirlpool, Kenmore. All these companies were all over Ohio.
yeah,
Huffy,
Ford, all of
Same as Detroit.
the
Hey,
biggest bicycle company in America was in Salina, Ohio.
Yeah, y'all used to make GI Joes and Transformers in Youngstown.
You know, Crown lift trucks is in Ohio.
Look, man, Ohio had we all had a time. America as factories closed.
Akron was the rubber capital of the world.
Well, see, what happened is that that NAFTA happened, all the industry and automotive went over either down south or overseas, and then what happened is they fucking brought in all these Japanese fucking automotive companies and gave them a bunch of fucking tax breaks to where nothing went to the fucking area that they were actually doing shit in.
Bam. Yep. So Toyota, Honda.
Dude,
What was the other one?
Dude, from Anna, Ohio up to what is it, Mansfield, Ohio, there's 6 fucking Honda plants. And that's just within like 150 miles down the road.
I didn't even know people still drove Hondas, bro. I ain't seen a Honda Civic in a minute.
Shit, come to Florida, they everywhere around here, bro.
They just
Dude,
look
Honda
different.
Accord is still a fucking top sleeper car for drag racers.
Well, like the Accord and the Civics, man, they just look different now. The body style.
I was about to say, yeah, I just bought an Accord and I got it in a hybrid. Man, that thing is
5-speed.
Yeah, huh?
Is it 5-speed on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
that
I
shit
bet
fire,
quick
bro.
as fuck, ain't it?
Quick as fuck and good on gas.
Is it twin turbo?
Souped up, bro.
Hey, that thing is really good gas, man.
It's very good on gas.
You can hear that turbo.
One like a month ago, man.
Hey man, y'all about to give Melissa her flowers, man. Don't. We gonna make the Honda Accord sound like a motherfucking
I mean,
Mercedes Benz.
allegedly, according to her, she never drove a Honda Accord.
That was the
well,
number
then
one
Honda
baby
Accord
mama
was a
car,
nice
though, bro.
car.
No,
Yeah, that was.
number one baby mama car was
Nissan
Intrepid.
Altima.
The Dodge Intrepid was a number one baby mama car.
Man,
But Honda,
I
thought it was I thought it was an Altima. I thought the Altima was the
talking about Honda Accords. How did we get here? This is crazy. We
conversation flow, bro.
We
We
were
got
talking
to talking about Honda Accords because I mentioned how Honda took over fucking the automotive industry in Ohio.
We went from talking about Haitian classism to Honda Accords.
Niggas can't never stay on task, bro.
hold on, but this is why men's conversations are better than women conversations because women don't really know anything. That's why a platonic relationship with a woman is like torture because I don't want to hear about the dude that you're all fucking and you're asking me for advice about how to make him a cup. Like men talk about all.
But see, Hood, to Dirty Folks' point, that's what was irritating about the conversation earlier because Fatty and them was telling you to not move the goalpost, all while moving the goalpost themselves because the topic was about the T's. Why are we talking about all these other groups? Yeah, like why are we talking about all this other shit to try to justify the T's?
Is Nev a trigger or a twigger?
What?
Would Nev be a trigger or a twigger?
I mean, he's a male, so it's a trigger. He's
But
not
is he
white.
no? But is he white or is he black?
He's not white. He's well. I mean, honestly, Indians consider themselves Caucasians. I think it's dubious,
really?
but they do.
Yeah, they do.
Interesting.
They even
I
use Tim's with
officially,
the cream.
I officially
they're
denounced my
part.
Caucasianness.
You know what's so crazy?
They're a part of
It
the
goes
Aryan,
back to the Aryan,
Indo-Aryan family.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Aryan
Yeah, but
invasion.
but when they be
Basically, the Aryan invasion would imply white people just invaded India a long time
So,
ago.
see, I'm not down with that, man. I denounce my whiteness from this day forward. I'm not just handing whiteness out to anybody.
yeah, but
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna
when
make
they
you
be
into it.
mongoloids
You trying to
though,
take the
like
whiteness back?
when they be a mix of mongoloids.
Don't get me to classifying them. I
No, no,
can't
no.
say.
America only has a couple of classes. It's not like South America who has 21 different classes. We only got 21 different genders, which is weird. But
I
so
thought
in
we had
America,
like 752,321 and counting.
so in America, you're either black or legally white. Now you can have a nationality like you're Mexican, white, or African, white, right? Because you're classified as white, or Indian in the case of Kamala, white, Caucasian on the birth certificate, right? But then you're
Dude,
just
that's
black.
corn whiskey, ain't it?
Black just means you're owned by America. That's why I don't understand the reparations thing. Y'all owned by America. Daddy got you. Now, if you want to be your own man, you got to rebrand. But right now, as long as you fight to be black, Daddy got you. Or Uncle Sam got you. Uncle got you because you can't have no daddy because you black. Uncle got you.
Hey, Mooly, FBAs are scared to stand on anything, period. They just want to bitch and complain all the time.
I'm
not do anything.
I ain't gonna even argue with you on that, bro.
I will now, because when y'all took the guns from the Panthers back in the '60s and '70s, everybody was
I can't hear
kumbaya.
anything. I didn't hear anything you said, Mr. O.
I said when they took the guns away from the Panthers back in the '60s, everybody became kumbaya. Y'all afraid of that ever happen again?
I still didn't hear anything you said, Mr. O.
He said when they took the guns away from the Panthers in the 1960s, it became kumbaya. But
I didn't hear anything you said, Dirty.
But that's not what happened. They took the guns from the black men during the civil rights movement. They traded the guns for
No, the problem was there were Black Panthers that fucking basically became fed bitches.
Right. They were fed. That's why I'm not really going that route. I'm giving him his credit, but he has the wrong timeline.
And you know, when they all went to jail,
And look,
they white people too.
well, look, the thing is, I can sympathize with that, man, because dude, I can't. That's why I don't fuck around with militias anymore, because there's always dude, any fucking patriot group, any group where you're getting together as a collective to try and better yourself. There's feds in every fucking one of them things, all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, but only the feds are fair. But I want to know who my federal agent is. I can't remember. He called my house and everything, man. Told me a couple of aliases I use. He was real friendly. He was like, "Look, man, we traced it, bro."
Yeah, they're always friendly.
Yeah, I know. They was like, "Man, hey, the motherfucker, hey, this so crazy, right?" They called my crib. They like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I'm like, "What's poppin'? Who this?" He was like, "Yo, feds." I'm like, "What up, feds?" He was like, "Man, you a hard person to catch up with." I'm like, "I ain't know you was looking for me." He was like, "Yeah, man, look, why don't you come to the office tomorrow? Because we got a package for you, but we can't deliver it to your house." I said, "Ain't the post office fed? Drop it off at the crib. I'll sign for it." It was like, "Nah, we need you to come." I said, "You know what? I'll be there tomorrow at 10:30 a.m." And I immediately broke out the crib, bro. And then I broke out the crib with the clothes on my back, and I was like, "I need more clothes." I went back home like 4 hours later. My whole crib surrounded. I felt like DMX and Belly. I just hit reverse and ended up in Iowa, bro. Like, fuck this shit,
Man,
bro.
this dude was his stories, man, are so elaborate, man.
Bro, wild shit be happening, B. I was doing shit.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
else was
tried to
looking for
tell
love.
the story. I couldn't even get it off.
And then that's how I learned how to purify water with a homemade charcoal filter.
It'd been better if he was teaching you how to make corn whiskey.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that on YouTube.
You can do whatever you want on YouTube. Although you should.
Hey, you know what? We should make hooch on YouTube. I wonder if that would be a good video, teaching people how to make hooch.
I think that you need to do a class on how to make crack cocaine on YouTube.
How to make what? What you say, white man?
You heard me, Negro.
Man, he's tripping. He's tripping, man.
I don't know what he said. I really didn't hear him.
I need the ingredients.
He probably said meth or something, because that's what white people like to do. You can't make meth on YouTubery.
Sure you can. You just don't tell them that's what you're making.
It was going. See, I knew there was a catch. What's going on? We got the urban aboriginal here. What's going on, bro?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right, cool. I'm on my phone this time. My desktop is not working. Yeah. This is my other moniker. Thanks for putting that out there, Hood. Sometimes I get frustrated. I'd be listening, and sometimes things get mentioned in my like folks don't know nothing about no woods or survival, dude. I was raised feral out there, southern Indiana,
you brother,
Ohio, and that. I do have the training. My channel is all about that, and I do primitive
Yeah, I'm
technology.
grabbing your book. I know
I,
exactly
I,
what
I
this
know he the
is.
real deal because he said feral.
Are you from
Yeah,
down in
I
Brown
would do
County?
a show with him, bro. I do a show with him, bro. I be talking about self-sustaining living.
No, are you from down in Brown County since you said Southern Indiana?
No, actually Bloomington. I grew up in Bloomington.
Okay.
See, so
Hey,
I
give me
We're in
an
Ohio.
Amazon affiliate link
We're in
for your
Ohio,
book.
same area around the Cincinnati area.
No, I've been out there to visit your girlfriend, which I'm up in Minnesota now. But
See, I grew up around the Lima, Ohio area and the
yeah,
Elkhart, Indiana area.
Yeah,
Bro, you live in Minnesota right now?
yeah,
So
I'm up
what's that? Oh,
here.
no, that's still in the Midwest. I'm thinking way up somewhere else.
I grew
Right?
up in the
Well,
armpit of America.
it's named Air Canada, Canada.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the lakes of Minnetonka.
Yeah.
Hey, I just think about the white women that all the black guys from Chicago moved down there and had a better life. Niggas was struggling in Chicago. Found white girls.
I'm trying to tell you, I was part of that first wave back in the. I've been here since '85, bro.
Oh, you was in the first wave.
No, and I know that not all black people are scared of the woods. It's just you're a rarity, man. You really are.
Well, I'm aware of that. That's kind of the reason why I do the thumbnails that I do. I do enjoy doing what I do.
Right?
Yeah, but I grew up catching crawdads and playing out in the woods, right? So dirty folks,
going out frog gigging.
Was that? Yeah, well, a little bit of frog gigging too. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I wanted to be a Boy Scout, but didn't have no money. Right?
Same here.
Quit being a rude white man. Go ahead. I heard you say dirty folks. What happened?
No, we were fucking bonding. Shut up.
But and here's
we're speaking the same language here, sir.
Here's why I'm bonding with dirty folks though. But I grew up in GI too, so that's my moniker's the urban aboriginal, right? So I grew up in Gary, but then in my formative years was up north next to Chicago, and then down south and next to Kentucky. Right.
So you know about Elkhart and South Bend and all that shit too, since you were
yes,
over
sir. Oh yeah,
Shit you worked with the white women your whole life, man. I had
and Hammond. Yeah. Nope. No, I got stories, bro. I got stories.
Dude, I got mad stories.
hey, story. Hey, you know what though? Real quick, bro. So this is how important it is to know. Somebody else was talking about gardens in the backyard. So this girl tell me she want to go. Because for some reason, all black women think the zombie apocalypse is going to come and they just going to breeze through it. It's going to be cool, right?
That's because they spend too much time watching The Walking Dead.
Right. So she was like, I want to survive the zombie apocalypse, right? So I'm like, all right, shorty. Because, I'm always looking for an interesting free date, right? I'm like, look, we'll go camping. She said, cool, we just going to be outside naked, sleeping in the woods. I said, okay, you can do that. I'm going to bring a tent, an air mattress, a sleeping bag. I'm bringing my propane cooking equipment. I'm bringing my cooler. I'm equipped because I was a Boy Scout, man. I was a life scout, right?
Right.
So I'm like, I and my dad was my scoutmaster. So I went camping 6 times a year, every year. My dad is bad luck, so it rained every single time we went camping.
Wow. Sir, respectfully, camping in the Martin Luther King Jr. Park is not camping.
Shut you Fig Newton up, you goddamn supremacists. So the Wassapees and the Klondikes and all that, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Potawatomis, all that. So I know how to camp to the point that I don't like to camp. So Shorty thought it was sweet, and we went out there camping, and I realized that girls really don't know shit, right? I mean, like urban people in general don't know shit, right? And it was cool, and we just camped at a trailer, not a trailer park, an RV park. It was
that was a trailer park. That's a redneck trailer park,
right? But they also had it's on my channel. They also had a paddle boat. That's when y'all look at me on my channel and I show y'all, I'm still in the paddle boat. And I'm like, bitch, get in. Like, this a jack. Like, we stole the paddle boat. We riding out. But then you find out it's a pond, so you got to come right back to the dock. You can't go home. But like, people really don't have that experience. And people, and you know what else? people don't know how to entertain themselves in a quiet space.
Mm-hmm. Especially now.
Quiet. Cool. Dude, when I ain't got nobody in the vehicle and I'm going like from Indiana, Ohio, I don't play no music, nothing, dude. Complete silence. It is one of the most beautiful things there is.
Yeah, when them crickets start going,
how long was that trip?
Yeah, but yeah, I remember while I was just, ear hustling earlier before I decided to jump on, because actually I'm working on another video for my martial arts channel. Yeah, I do a lot of foraging, which actually helps supplement food if you know what plants to eat. And I start with 5. I start with 5. You get to know those 5. Those 5 will teach you 2 others. And those first 5 are going to be dandelions, cattails, yarrow, plantain, and I'm not talking about the banana. I'm talking about Plantago major. That's the Latin name.
I know it was a banana. Fucking Jamaicans, there ain't no banana.
And stinging nettle.
Hey, Urban, all those things, I believe, aren't those what they convinced everybody were weeds and shit in their yard and to have removed by
well, if you peel off the front of, and I should tell most people, if you peel off the front of a Roundup thing about what they kill, almost all of those plants that they kill have some sort of edibility, medicinal, or utilitarian value, or all 3. And those first 5 I just named are easy to identify. They're on almost every hemisphere, and they contain all 3 of those elements. They're edible. You can turn them into medicine, or they have some utilitarian purpose.
Well, isn't dandelion like one of the most utilitarian quote unquote weeds they got out there, because it's like a medicine and all antioxidant, cures headaches, all kinds of shit?
Yeah, it's one of the most nutritious. I would say cattail is the supermarket of the swamp, is the nickname. It is, and you can eat it all year round. It's actually quite tasty. And again, when I'm talking about foraging for food, for plants and things like that, I'm talking about stuff that tastes good. I'm not talking about, you can eat grass, it just tastes like grass.
Do you ever eat that sweet grass? I don't know what its technical term is. You know what sweet grass is, right? You're from Ohio.
I know what it is. It's good for smoking. It's good for smudging, if you're into that. We have sedges around here, I think. And again, there's a lot of Native Americans here in Minnesota. We've got the Lakota, the Chippewa, or the Anishinaabe, or the Ojibwe, and we have the Sioux, or the Lakota and Dakota. And there's a strong population up here. So I'm sure the sweet grass growing around. I just haven't really identified it yet. But there's other smokable
in my
plants.
backyard. You can see it because it's usually really, really like a bright fluorescent green. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
It has these little flower pods on them that almost look like a very small piece of like rhubarb or something growing off the end.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now, but I don't believe I've identified it.
I think it looks like a 3-leaf clover, to be honest with you.
Oh, are you talking about? Yeah, because the common names are regional, right? So you might be talking about yellow wood sorrel.
That might be what it is.
Yeah, oxycillus.
That pot I was telling you about has a yellow tip on it.
The flower does. Or I think you're talking about what we call yellow wood sorrel, but you might call it sweetgrass out there.
Right, because I used to eat that shit all the time when I was a kid.
It's tasty. It's got a lemony taste, right? Tart.
Yeah.
Okay, for everybody else on the panel, this is a forager nerd out right here. I'm trying to get in here too, so I can talk.
Hey, dude, when I was a kid growing up, I used to walk down the fucking alley, and there was all kinds of fruits and vegetables that I could eat for free.
Yeah, I was trying to jump in to talk shop with him, but I'm like, man, these 2 days they going at it.
Well, there's also bushcraft. I just did a recent one on.
You ever encounter 2 guys who really, really like Star Wars? It's like this.
But no, I mean, I just did one on throwing stick. But knowing how to make bows and arrows from scratch, I just did a bundle bow. If anybody remembers that movie Predator, where Schwarzenegger put together that bow and arrow, and he was all mudded up in natural camouflage. And the funny thing about that is when he shot that bow, actually, when he shot the arrow, it went boink, it kind of dipped down. No. In one of my videos on my channel, I'll show you actually how to make a bundle bow. And the fletching, which is basically the feathers for the arrow, is made out of pine needles. So it's very easy to do.
This is you up here. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a strong bow.
It is a strong bow.
Yeah, it's about 40 pounds.
How much pull? How much pull does it have on it? Because that looks like that's pretty
40,
stiff.
About 43 pounds. I measured it.
What's the farthest you hit anything with that from?
With that, I'm getting as close as possible, right? I mean, because you know what I mean. So its accuracy rate is going to probably be up to maybe about 50 yards.
So let me ask you something. When you bow hunt, have you ever went out and like stalked your prey? Because you know how most people, when they bow hunt, they put up a blind and they wait for it to come walking in front of them.
Yeah, that's sit hunting, right? I prefer to
learn how to stalk, man, and it's hard.
And I talk about that in the stick video, right? The throwing stick video, because with throwing sticks, when you don't have time or the energy or the materials to make a bow, which is sexy and all that, and everybody, every little boy dreams of that. I know I did growing up. You just pick up a stick and get as close as you can to the squirrel or the bird or chipmunk or whatever, marmot, woodchuck, and throw it. Now, what I've learned is actually how to naturally camouflage. Now, the problem is I'm in an urban area. And I'm not trying to, we got plenty of lakes because this is the land of lakes. That's what they call it. We got over 13,000 lakes, plenty of mud, but I'm in this inner city. I have to drive out to clean areas to actually do and demo real true camouflage. It'll hide your scent. It'll keep the bugs up off of you. And then you can, the people that I've been trained by, there's a thing called deer smacking, which is you stalk close enough to a deer and you smack it. I mean, you touch it.
I just think it works better than mint as far as a natural insect repellent.
What was that?
You said hydrocent keeps it.
No. Hiding your scent. Smoke does, but also hiding.
When you're out stalking actual prey rather than sitting and drinking beer and waiting, when you're stalking, they smell you as soon as you walk in.
Yeah, they see you. Yeah. So you have to enjoy. Drawing your bow is different than what you see Robin Hood do. Aboriginal people, they push the bow out first, which is a more subtle movement. And even walking through the woods, I still have yet to do those videos because some of that is kind of higher level stuff that a lot of the cops and people that I know in my area that I've trained with, trained, they know my skill sets. They all kind of look at me sideways. So it's kind of hard to train these sorts of things or film these sorts of things because it's just me doing it. Because I don't want to freak nobody out, because all they're going to do is go run and scream. This guy, he's mudded and he scared me. He was trying to do something,
Did you guys have problems with your deer this year like they did in Indiana?
No, not that I've heard of at all. No. And I would have heard
like Indiana's deer had some weird disease, man, where they're telling people not to eat them this year.
No, and that that might be a ruse. I mean, but we and I don't know what size there. It's been a while since I've been to Indiana. I've been wanting to go back and make a pilgrimage, if you will.
I haven't seen any real big bucks running around like I used to when I was younger.
Ours are about and I live up about 190.
Yeah, I live up north. Okay, I live up north, like in Fort Wayne, dude. Like right, you know how close that is to Michigan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, our whitetails are running about almost 200 pounds. They're huge, and they're in the city. They're in the city too. They're inner city. Oh my god!
The other day I saw a doe running across the.
Sorry, I got to jump in here. It's actually 6:00, and I need to make a hard break because I got to get going. It's something I need to take care of tonight. So we have to make an end. We have to put an end to this conversation right now. I gotta go. Hey, listen, you guys got your own channels. You guys can conversate and build bows and shit. Probably gonna go hunting one day now.
Hey, I'm gonna sub to your channel, Urban Aboriginal Man.
Yeah, drop Urban.
Yeah, drop your link, Herb.
Oh, okay. Will do. No, thank you. I mean, I know who you are. You just you see my face. I just go under a different moniker. I have a few different identities.
Hey, you're welcome over on my place anytime you want to, man.
I'm on Rumble too, so I'll shout myself out when I'm over there. But yeah, I appreciate you, Hood, because like I said, man, and I know you got a hard stop. Didn't hate to delineate from what you're talking about. I do appreciate what you talk about. I do, like I've always said, and feel your candor.
You look good, bro.
Yeah, man.
Don't even have to apologize.
That white man, it's that white man fault. You did all right. All you did was pull it up and was like, yo, that's me. And it was like,
whatever, dirty. You just mad because this black man more white than you want to be.
I don't want to be white. I'm comfortable being my
Hey,
color.
yo, yo, yo.
This
I
man
gotta
didn't
run,
have to.
y'all.
This man didn't have to ask for his fucking invite to the Klan. He just went and he went out. He went out and colonized the fucking Klan. Went straight to the woods and said, "I'm taking this shit."
Wow. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.